Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Hello. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Puppy B1. Happy Thanksgiving. I hope you all are having a good Thursday or Friday, depending on where you're at. Yeah, doing a holiday stream. It's a bit. I mean, this would be normal time if I was doing full time. But yeah, hope everyone's having a good week. Thursday, a good week too. On top of that, this week has been very hectic. Cause for the family, we've been busy. The family's just been busy getting ready for Thanksgiving. We did a lot more. I helped a little bit, but mainly it was my little sister and my mom doing most of the prep work for the food, and me and my stepdad, we were just kind of there for support, helping out if needed. But other than that, we were just all hanging out, getting food ready to go for Thanksgiving. And now that it's here, we're hosting we host every year for Thanksgiving. So we're gonna be having most of our family here. It's gonna be packed, but that's it's what I live for. I live for the family. So to have them there is gonna be a lot of fun. I'm very grateful for that. Then we have a family reunion this weekend, and that's gonna be big. Like, all right, the family is huge. So it's gonna be both sides of the family coming together again. And I haven't seen that side of the family in a little bit, so it's gonna be interesting. But yeah, it's gonna be a jam-packed day or week, and a jam-packed weekend. But yeah, I'm excited. It's gonna be a lot of fun though. Like I said, I haven't seen them in a long time, so it's gonna be interesting how that's gonna go. Yeah. Other than that, this week's been good. I'm on a 4-day weekend since my work. Since we're off today, we're gonna be off tomorrow, and then we're off regular on weekends. So I get a 4-day weekend. That's a lot of time for me to do some work. I'm excited for that. I am also currently in the script phase for the next short film. It's going to be on Bianca's chapter, so it's gonna be a bit different on how I usually do it, but it's because it's going back to my roots. But I'm fine with that. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. And yeah, I'm hoping to have the script done probably tomorrow. I'm gonna try to work on it today before the family gets in here. But yeah, I'm gonna work on it today a little bit. Then mainly really try to hone in on it on Friday, and then hopefully I can get it out this weekend. We're gonna see. Because I also know that like Dreams Rewound is like 14 episodes, so that's gonna be like really short. So that'll be interesting. But yeah, we're going to be doing that today. We're going to be starting chapter 36, Dreams Rewound. I'm excited for it. It's going to be interesting on what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen. I know I got spoiled, but I'm also not going to spoil that for you all. So, it'll be interesting on how it's going to play out. I don't know if we're going to get it done today. We might. It's 14 episodes. And we're here until about 9 a.m. today. So it's going to be interesting on how it's going to go. I'm excited, though. And I want to get right on into it. There's not a whole lot. There's not a whole lot to say right now. Like I said, just doing a lot of stuff on the back end. A lot of stuff on the back end. So stay tuned for that. All right. I want to get started. We're on chapter 36. It's been a long time coming. This has been a long time coming, ladies and gentlemen. I remember setting my eyes on this. Well, I remember originally setting my eyes on Shaper's Ripples in the very beginning when I was doing this. And now to see where we're at now, it's absolutely wild. We've come a long way, ladies and gentlemen. We've come a long, long way. So, alright. Let me pause the music. Let me unmute the game. Here we go. It's a short chapter. Simple guy. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. Hope you have a good one so far. Correct me if I'm wrong, but is this not normal? Is this a not normal guy? Correct me if I'm wrong. I want to say this is not normal, but like I said, ever since YouTube decided to, you know, change the names of things, people's names have changed on top of that. So I'm sorry if I miscorrect. I know I shouldn't be assuming, but I want to ask. That's all. But I know it's gonna be a short chapter. It's 14 episodes. I don't know if I just noticed this. Yeah. Okay. I think. Yeah. Okay. Not normal guy. Yeah. They made the change. I don't know when they made the change. It was like, I want to say it's about a month and a half ago when they made this change. Don't know why. Don't know how to fix it back. I wish I could. I don't know how. I don't even think they have a function for that yet. But yeah. It's weird. It is weird. My voice is still technically recovering from Sparks to Wildfire right now. So it's off a little bit, but it's not terrible. But yeah, I'm excited. It's gonna be a short episode. I don't know if we're gonna get it done this stream. If we can get it done this stream, that'll be nice, because then we can go straight into Woven Prologue on Saturday. But we'll see. But the name is close enough. True. But yeah, hope you're having a good one. Hope you're having a good Thanksgiving if you celebrate it, because I also know that Thanksgiving is not really celebrated globally. It's only, I know that it's mainly known in the States. And I believe somewhere else, but I don't remember. But yeah, if you celebrate it, happy Thanksgiving. Grateful to have you here. Grateful for you to be on this journey along with me. It's been a long time coming, and I'm very excited to have you here. I'm excited for this. Here we go. Let's see. Oh yeah, 14 episodes. Now correct me if I'm wrong. I think this is Ishmael's music. I think. But yeah, we're finally here. I think we're gonna get this done in one stream, but we're gonna see. All right, episode 1. I want to get right on into this. Episode 1, Karma. No life can rewrite the universe's laws, yet you just might. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh shit! Starting with a cutscene right off the bat. Damn. Oh wow, straight into live 2D. Back to 3D.
Patience. The cause is already sown. The effect will bloom in time.
Wow.
The past cannot be undone.
Mm-hmm. That is facts.
Yet some regrets may still be redeemed.
The music's setting the tone.
What you wish to see.
Master Oogway. Oh, fuck. Okay, here we go. The seed has been planted and it will soon bear fruit. The predetermined end can't be changed, yet some regrets may still be redeemed. So this is how you open a brand new future. A golden river spreads out from under her feet. Gray Raven. The mysterious woman's ethereal gaze settles on you. Is this the fruit you earn by risking your life? Your gaze drifts to the river, a bored, rolling current brimming with life. No. I hope the past can still be mended. Such an audacious dream. No life can rewrite the universe's law, yet you just might. Look, I've been through hell and back. I've seen some shit. I've lost some shit. I've gained some shit. But if I'm able to at least just change people's lives, then I've done what I've sent to do. It's still too early to talk about that. Now, let's take a look at everything you've been through. Haha! At her signal, you look into the water. Ripples widen in slow rings. Oh, yeah. Oh, shit. Okay, we got old school, movie type shit. Okay, I'm here for that. Here we go, episode 2, Lost Tower. Yeah, I feel like we're gonna get this done in one stream. Now, I can't be jumping the gun like that because, like I said, sometimes these chapters may take a long time. Here we go. Vanessa stands at the podium, expressionless, presenting the report on Kurno orphanage. Below her, several commandants invited to the briefing whispered among themselves. A welfare-oriented orphanage controlled by Kurno, it became a frontline battlefield for construct research after disaster. During this operation, together with Construct, Beminata, and Construct, Vera of the Cerberus Squad, we recovered early research logs on the Inver device. So that's Vanessa. I hear she loves customizing codes for her constructs. Waiting resources on the last time like these. The owner of the orphanage is a semi-awakened mechanoid, originally just a caretaker, monitoring test data. It's developed self-awareness under the influence of the punishing virus. Vanessa raises her voice. The room goes quiet for a moment, but the murmurs soon return. Yeah, and I heard that one of the constructs has problems too. Something about her memory module. She can only hold data for a short time. Oh, right. I heard something like that from the logistics with the waste using resources that instead of repels. The male commandant, who has been gossiping, suddenly falls silent. An eerie hush descended upon the conference room, rendering even their hushed whispers deafening still in the silence. From the podium, Vanessa watches the two of them without a word. The others in the room follow her gaze. After a few awkward coughs and chuckles, the two commandants quickly compose themselves. Yeah. If you can't respect others, at least respect the occasion. She let the words hang in the air. Her gaze sweeps across the audience like a blade, pausing deliberately on something or someone in particular. Vanessa lets out a cold scoff, then turns her attention back to the report. Hey, I'm sorry, Vanessa. I'm paying attention, but you can't be doing that. Among the samples we recovered, the most valuable are fragments or consciousness data that can no longer be replicated. They might just help improve the Inver device. We're hoping to modify the Inver device enough to try metabolizing the punishing virus. Oh, metabolizing? I think that's what it was. Metabolize. Metabolize the punishing virus? Lee murmurs the words on the screen, distracted as he follows the calibration instructions, adjusting each module in sequence. Can this specialized Inver device really accomplish something like that? Theoretically. Asimov's voice comes into the system, data scrolls through Lee's screen, and a new set of instructions appear. Also, at full capacity, your frame could theoretically surpass time and dimensional constraints. I suppose only you could propose such a theory and get it approved for evaluation. Lee's frame movements become larger. On the monitors, every parameter begins to spike rapidly. That's not my concern. I'm only responsible for what I've verified. Whether they believe it or not is up to them. More importantly, are you feeling any discomfort? This frame relies heavily on the heteromorph shard analysis. If anything feels wrong, stop immediately. Understood. Everything is stable for now. Alright, moving to the next stage. I've unlocked the frame's full computing capacity. Give it a try. As Asimov's voice fades, Lee senses a change in the frame. Many module restrictions lift and some disabled functions reactivate. A distorted growl sharpens into clarity, catching Lee's attention to simulated monsters begin to form around him. Roger that. The live feed shows Lee, now in a hyperreal frame, opening Hydra Matrix abilities and calmly moving down the simulated monsters. Or mowing down. Is specialized frame switching always this dangerous? It's just a standard adaptation routine. No. Something doesn't feel right. Did the procedure get more
complex.
You didn't get the updated protocol? This is the dangerous part, actually. The dangerous part's already passed. Lee didn't tell you?
Tell me what?
The real concern isn't the complexity. Some steps in the process can risk damaging the mind. Seems no one's briefed you.
Good. Lee.
Blaze Warrior, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. Hope you're having a good one so far. Welcome to the stream. Happy Thanksgiving. Hope you're having a good one. And hope you have a good Thanksgiving on top of that. You're just in time. We just started chapter 36. And we're moving along pretty well so far. We're on episode 2. So, here we go. The Grey Raven Lounge is bright. Lee sits there, a tool in hand, fine-tuning the delicate parts in his right arm.
Why not let the maintenance team handle it?
I'm just more comfortable here. And I don't want to make people do... for me what I can just do myself. I don't blame you on that part. Lee always looks like a lone wolf, but people who do know him know that he's just used to putting the burden on his own shoulders.
How's everything coming along on your adaptation test?
I believe I sent you a report every time there was a test.
I've seen them, but I'm curious about what didn't go into the reports.
Sudden mind overload.
Oh, sudden mind overload. Hallucinations during adaptation. None of that sounds like everything's fine.
Now, about the sudden mind overload, I don't know what's causing it, but it hasn't affected the frame or its battle performance. Everything about the new frame is still within normal standards. A hushed conversation fades into a shroud of night. Because of the confidentiality protocols and the construct mind stability agreement, I can't share the full process with you. If you're concerned, you should ask him directly what the dangerous part means. All I can say is, thanks to your visions, we were able to avoid a lot of setbacks when reconstructing certain technologies. Asmal pulls up the status overview for Leaves' frame. Data streams down from the screen, mostly yellow and green, almost no red alerts. He minimalizes the window. The screen now shows Lee turning with precision and gunning down the last simulated corrupted. After a pause, Asimov takes out a document. The evaluation still has a few steps left, but everything looks good. Go ahead and sign off. Approve the switch to the hyperware frame. After that, we'll continue collecting calibration data through live missions. As soon as those words are spoken, a crisp electronic female voice sounds. Task complete. Combat simulation shutting down. The chamber door opens slowly. Lee walks inside the experimental pod.
How do you feel, Lee?
Lee pauses and takes her hand and uses it to pull himself up. No abnormalities detected. The frame is adapting well. We haven't even come close to its performance ceiling. We should try other combat scenarios and upcoming field missions and see how it holds up. Alright, let's switch you back to the entropy frame now. I'll make one last adjustment to the hyperreal. It'll take about an hour. Come back after that for the switch.
Copy.
Alright. After Asimov turns back to the lab bench, you and Lee exchange a glance and leave the lab. The afternoon sun shines brightly over Babylonia. Let's get lunch first, Commandant. By the time we finish, it's about time.
Asimov told me something dangerous happened during the adaptation process, Lee.
It was just a minor mind overload. I could handle it.
Asimov wouldn't call it dangerous if it weren't just a minor issue.
Commandant.
You're right. I'm sorry. It's just... every time one of you switches to a specialized frame, something happens. Something I can't control. It was the same with Plume, and with Imperia.
Something has changed in your tone. Lee pauses before continuing quietly. Wow, look at us showing some type of vulnerability. That's interesting. But I mean, hey, you know what? Sometimes you gotta speak that shit. Sometimes you gotta speak that. Don't worry. This time, Nothing's going to happen.
I know you can handle a lot on your own, Lee. But please try to trust Grey Raven more.
I will. The sun is too bright for you to clearly see his expression. Let's eat first. Once the frame switch is done, we'll have more time to talk about the mind overload. I am doing good, just on the road with my aunt on her way to pick up her daughter so we can go to Atlanta. Hey, yeah, awesome. I hope you guys enjoy the road. Be safe out there because I know the roads are going to be wild, especially during this time of the year. So just be safe, have fun, and hope you enjoy your day. Here we go. Time passes by quickly. You and Lee return to the Science Council lab. He gives you a reassuring nod before you lying back on the experimental pod. Just like before, Lee skillfully takes the connection cable and connects it to the port in the back of his neck. At that moment, the sensation returns with another wave of deja vu. It's quick and light this time, so much so that the word slips out before you even realize it.
Lee.
Commandant?
Nothing. It's just that this is the first time I've seen one of you switch to a specialized frame in person.
Clearly, this is the right moment to continue that conversation. Relax. Lee gives you a gentle nod before settling into the pod. For now, the only sound in the lab is the faint hum of machines. Asimov puts in the inputs to startup parameters one by one.
Lee?
You glance at Asimov in confusion after hearing the system repeated the transfer notice 3 times in a row. I hear it. I'm checking it now. He seems unfazed, casually scanning a few lines of data like it's routine. Everything looks good. No issues. Hyperreal lies in the pod. His eyes remain closed. Flashes of light flicker across his vision as crimson fog engulfs everything. Transfer failed? But there is no sign of failed transfer. No alerts, and as often didn't intervene. Time seems to freeze. It stops being just a concept. It becomes a real twisting 4-dimensional axis spiraling endlessly in a fog. What? What is this place? Where is he now? His mind stretches outwards, suspended by spider silk threads. A twisted spiral tower hangs in the air. Its blinding gateway begins to open. A beam of light streaks through the mist, pouring in from beyond the sky.
Lee?
Tiny specks of golden light dispel the crimson fog. The chamber door opens as you rush toward him. Lee! I'm fine. He grabs your hand and slowly rises from the pod. Asimov, how long did the consciousness transfer take? Same as before, about 3 seconds longer than expected, but no errors, no abnormalities. So, what did you see this time? The crimson fog vanishes from his mind just as suddenly as it appeared. There's barely a trace left. I don't remember. I see. Asimov scrolls through the records in silence, deep in thought. Most likely there was an unexpected spike during the deep layer transfer stage in your mind. Lucian lives specialized frames adapted smoothly. This only happens with yours, so it has to be something with your deep mind. Understood. Thank you. Lee cuts him off before he can finish the analysis.
Deep mind.
Right. It's possible that some corrupted data in my deep mind which caused a delay during the transfer. He's not lying, it's the truth.
Will it affect the frame?
Technically, yes, but practically speaking, no. There are many things that could impact the frame. This one just isn't high on the list. Today's delay isn't new. Earlier tests also took about 3 seconds longer than average during consciousness transfer. Everything looks fine.
I see.
It's all right, Commandant. Lee sits up in the pod, now in his hyperreal frame. Once the frame switch is done, I'll sort the data and file regular reports with the Science Council.
Okay.
A faint uneasy stays with you. When Lee entered the pod, you saw that tower, a crimson spiral piercing the clouds.
Could it be the same tower Vonnegut mentioned at the aquarium?
Only time will tell. Oh shit, we get to voice him. What did you do with the tower? Ascending the tower with a mortal body. That's impossible. If this tower really is the same one Vonnegut mentioned.
How's everything connected?
Questions keep piling up. By the time you snap back to reality, Lee and you have left the science council. Commandant, you seem distracted since the frame switch. Did you see something like the visions you had before? Oh shit, hold on, does he know about the visions?
I saw a tower.
The tower. Something flickers in Lee's mind at that word, but he can't catch it. Did you see anything else?
No. Since the aquarium incident, the deja vu moments have become few and far between.
Maybe that's a good thing. He nods and is about to say more when his terminal beeps. It looks like I've got to go. A frame performance test just came in. It's a dead zone operation to clear out hetero creatures. The mission ID will be released once I land on the surface.
Solo?
Yes. Some parameters need to be tested through solo action. Don't worry, the hyperworld frame is built for this. I'll also make sure I'm fully prepared.
Alright.
You hold back your concern, deciding to respect Lee's judgment, then exchange a light fist bump with Lee. Hell yeah, hey, that's a dog right there!
Good luck out there. See you when you get back.
See you when I get back. Hell yeah!
Come back to us safe.
Of course. Yes, sir! Hey, that's a dog right there! Lee stands with his back at the sunlight looking at you. I will return safely. I promise. Episode 3, They. Oh, we got a fight too? Hell yeah. And we're going straight into it.
这里是灰鸦小队，李，已抵达目
Ah, it's not English dad! It's alright.
任务开始。No way out! Don't think you can escape my sight! No way out! 等，刚才那是。Don't think you can escape my sight!
Oh, we can't even do our big like main attacks. We just can just.
Don't think you can escape my sight! Don't think. No way out!
I'm just gonna fucking keep using my orbs.
Don't think you can escape my sight! No way out! Don't think you can escape my sight! No way out!
All right. Oh, it's running.
No way out! Don't think you can escape my sight!
We still can't use our fucking main attack. What the hell?
Nothing serious.
Ow.
Focus! Don't think you can escape my sight! 一组，他。Time is under my
There we go, finally.
No way out! Don't think you can escape my sight! Don't think you can escape my... No way out! Your chance of survival has been reduced to 0. No way out! Don't think you can escape my sight! No way out! Time is under my control! Don't think you can escape my sight! 不是，怪物，聚集起来了。
I would say this is interesting that he doesn't know. Well, then again,
Time is under
bah, Come on. Let me work. Let me work.
Your chance of survival has been reduced to 0. Don't think you can escape. No way out.
Yeah, I don't think he's seen these monsters yet.
No way out.
So this is all new to him.
Time is under my control. Don't think you can escape my sight. No way out. Don't think you can escape my sight. No way out.
Oh, that was fucking clean.
Your chance of survival has been reduced to 0.
Okay. Dodging.
No way out.
Beaving. Weaving.
Time is under
Bah!
my control. No way out. Don't think you can escape my sight.
Okay.
Nothing serious.
Okay.
Focus.
Okay.
Don't think you can escape my sight. No way out. Don't think you can escape my sight. No way out. Don't think you can escape my sight.
We are still in the fucking little phase that we were in.
Don't think you can escape my sight.
Ah. Okay. Interesting. The Crimson Spiral Tower collapses and rebuilds again and again at the edge of Lee's vision. As the relevant modules activate, the time and space begin to shift with abstraction into something real. Crimson threads coil around his body, weaving together countless possibilities. They unravel in each juncture, only to break into something new, shaping a different future. This his. Some events are connected to him, others are not. Some are from his perspective, others are from someone else's. Who has been watching them all along? And who corrected it all on the timeline? Ah, shit! Looks like Lee's finally getting to see the shit that I've been through. Oh boy, this is gonna be fun to do. Commandant. Golden specks of light leap through the tunnel of time. It's you. Lee's focus suddenly sharpens as he reaches out, grasping toward that radiant light. Ah! The distorted vision disappears, vanishing like a receding tide. His mind core churns with almost unbearable pain. In the daze, he glimpses the universes in starry sky. The sky. He's surprised to realize that the unfamiliar skies feel strangely familiar. The places. Chaotic whispers echo in his ears. He can only wait helpless for the surge to pass. Familiar golden light flickers in the space around him. His scattered consciousness pulls together again. Lee forces his eyes open, blinking toward a vague figure standing in front of him. Who's there? He draws his weapon on reflex, but the moment he sees what's in front of him, he falls silent. It's a construct that looks exactly like him. Their gazes meet, past perceptions align. Possible flashes through his mind, and Lee arrives at the conclusion with ease. I am you. The galaxy rotates slowly. They seem to be standing on the window of a ship. I'm you from blank years in the future. The sound of the number is muffled, as it intentionally erased, but Lee can still make out part of it and his way his lips move. Which entrance did you come through? I was in the dead zone, on a mission. I didn't see any entrance, gateway structures, or landmarks. I'm not sure how I got here either. His words alone are blurred by some unknown force, but Lee knows the other him understands. That dead zone number. That can't be right. The Hetero Tower isn't located there. The Hetero Tower? He has never heard of this term, but just like the starry sky, it feels strangely familiar, as if his life is tangled with it countless times before. You don't know the term. The other leaf furrows his brow. You haven't seen it. It's No, never mind. If you haven't seen it, you'd know what it is. I haven't, but I might have heard something like it. Maybe the same thing under a different name. Did you see something like the visions you had before?
I saw a tower.
The tower. From that person, right? They don't name who they mean, but they both understand. Maybe, but I hope not. If Papa P is involved, what kind of price would it take to erase something that means so much to his future self? Hey, I fucking go through hell and back. If I have to put on a burden on myself to make that shit hurt, and to make that shit work in order to see the people smile I care for, if I have to fucking endure some type of shit, then bring it on. Bring it on. What's happening blank years from now? What is this place? You still have the luxury of asking that. Must be nice. The voice of the other Lee steadily softens, carrying a hint of exhaustion. Have a look yourself. How do I? He doesn't finish the question, he already knows the answer. A hyperwave frame, a design that transcends time and space, includes modules that simulate evolutionary path. All he needs from his other self is the prerequisites and key parameters after that. The future unfolds before him. Years from now, the Commandant will die. Commandant and Lucia will both die because of the Hetero Tower. His own voice sounds beside his ear like a narration from a story, heavy with exhaustion. On day 1825, after the Commandant's disappearance, the Hetero Zone erupted. The red tide spread to every corner of the world. We tried countless times to re-enter the Hetero Tower, but we were always kept out. Then a mutated red tide poured out from within and swallowed the world, and I couldn't stop it. I couldn't stop any of it. Lee looks down on his other self's hands. The knuckles are stained with rust. It's clear his frame hasn't been maintained in a long time. All I could do was land again and again, keep trying to get close to the Hetero Tower, and to get turned away again and again. Why wasn't it me who entered? Why wasn't I the one who died? Why wasn't I the one who left? Every minute, every second, I kept asking myself those questions. Why was I able to rewrite the core of the Hetero Tower, but still failed to save the ones who mattered most? Why was I left standing outside the Hetero Tower, staring at the empty gateway? His voice is calm, but anyone could hear the grief behind it. On day 5475, after the Commandant and Lucia entered the Hetero Tower, we waited 5,475 days, 4 hours, and 18 minutes. I remember every minute of it. We waited 5,475 days, 4 hours, 18 minutes, and 9 seconds, until humanity could barely survive on Earth. Babylonia left orbit and fled into deep space. We considered staying, hoping to find Commandant and Lucia again, but maybe deep space was the only place left to search for the future. So okay. Now this is interesting that they are doing it like this. Wow. Okay. Very interesting they're doing it like this. I don't know if what it was the right choice, but there's no going back now. The vision ends, they return to the present. Lee stays silent, he doesn't know how to respond. If it were him, what would he choose? Leave Earth behind and chase the future among the stars, or stay behind, guarding a dead planet, waiting for a miracle? He doesn't know. And he doesn't want to know. So, was it that person who rewrote the future? To rewrite the future, what kind of price would that take? Everything about that person's state not long ago seems to have an answer. Stumbling back into the lounge, collapsing the moment when seeing them. Maybe, but I hope not. Lee responds with those same words. We gave everything we had and still couldn't change that past. I can't imagine the pain and loneliness that person must have endured to make it happen. Ah, shit! Oh, we went through hell. Countless memories flood into Lee's mind. His pupils dilate as he taps into the computing power of countless versions of himself, reaching across all past and future. Even after venturing into deep space, I kept testing the limits of this frame until I reached the farthest depths of my own mind. We haven't always been looking for the right path and eliminating every self that has gone astray. This frame carries every failure, every death. It belongs to the past and future. Space twists in on itself, then folds outward again. The figure before him, Lee, shifts one form after another. You are the luckiest one and also the unluckiest one. You can't take away the future with you. You can't take any future with you, but you still have all the possibilities. The loop's been broken. It's time for you to go. He stands aside his own mind, staring down countless versions of himself. We are you, and you are us. Take our hopes and regrets. Press on. Within his mind, that glowing mind beacon pulses quiet and steady.
Lee!
That voice travels from the distant past to the present.
Oh, you were right. Lee. Communication.
From the present, it moves forward like into the future. Commandant.
Lee! Wake up!
What? Pain from mind overload tears through his body. A suffocating weight grips his throat. He seems to be absorbing endless information and yet sees nothing at all. From a forgotten communication terminal nearby, a familiar voice keeps calling his name.
Lee! Are you alright? Your mind connection suddenly cut off. Is everything okay? I'm coming down right now.
Commandant. As he regathers his mind from scattered fragments, Lee fists tighten. I'll return to Babylonia immediately.
Then I'll wait for you.
Please, wait for me to come back.
Right.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. Holy smoke, I haven't played PGR for a long time. Alfie Game, hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. Hope you're having a good one so far. Welcome to the stream. I don't believe I've seen you here before. Yes, well, I'm glad to see that you have keeping up, at least keeping tabs on PGR. I have been streaming PGR for, let's see, going on 10 months now, I think. Getting close to it, I think. I know we're on 9. I don't know if we're hitting 10 yet or not. But I started on chapter 14, Chrome's chapter. Way back yonder. And now I'm here. I'm finally, I'm so close to being caught up. I'm right there. So, yeah, I've just been playing PGR for a long time. I've been making short films on it, doing discussion videos on it. But I'm holding off on discussion videos till after I get caught up with the story. That way I can give my full transparency on it when it's all said and done. But yeah, I've been enjoying PGR a lot. It's been a lot of fun. Are you caught up with it, or did you stop? Did you stop playing midway through? I'm curious. I let you talk where I read. The transport ship slices through the clouds, racing back toward Babylonia at top speed. Oh, he's gonna ask us. He's going to ask us what we've seen. The door to the Grey Riven Lounge remains closed, as always. Lee stands in front of it, his fingers tremble slightly. In the blur of his memories, he remembers flinging the door open countless times, hoping to find that familiar human inside. But each time he saw was an empty room and a chair that led to no warmth. There's no time to question where these memories came from. He presses his palm firmly to the door. The door suddenly flies open. Warm light spills through the room, and the Commandant sits in that usual seat, calm and steady.
Lee, are you alright? Why did the mind connection break so suddenly?
Before the question can be asked, Lee grabs your arm tightly as if trying to be sure of something. Oh, come on now. Hey, I'm here. I'm right here. I'm good. I ain't going nowhere. I may have been through some shit, but that ain't gonna sway. I ain't gonna falter. I may buckle, I may weeble, I may wobble, but I don't fall. His cold fingers slowly warm, only after confirming that you're truly safe does Lee finally exhale. He seems to understand now why you had rushed back to the lounge that day. Why they had kept checking on everyone's frame conditions. But that's all in the past now. The memory fragments fade away with time. The despair is wiped away by the light. Dawn begins to color the world again.
What's wrong? Something happened.
It's just something this frame does. A special function.
What the hell? Since when are you this honest?
Because I promised I wouldn't keep secrets from you anymore. If you want to know something, and I know it, I'll tell you.
Then, do you need to get a checkup at the Science Council?
Yeah. And if you had time.
He's fucking blushing. Oh, peak character development. Peak character development. He's being honest with his words. Hey, that's all I ask. Just give me honesty. That's all I ask. Just give me some honesty. Crazy character development.
Could you come with me?
His invitation comes out awkward but serene, sincere. Of course.
That's funny. On the way to the Science Council, warm sunlight spills across the path.
So the connection broke because of your frame's special function again?
Yes, I believe that happened because I was pushing the frame to full capacity. In an overloaded state, I couldn't keep the mind connection stable. When I was overloaded, I think I saw a tower. A crimson spiral tower.
The tower.
Something stirs inside of you at those words. Faint scene stretches across your vision. On the edge of your sight, a blood-red tower stands tall, glowing ominously. But the vision is too vague. No clear signs, no real answers.
Did you see anything else?
No. Just this strange feeling. Like I've seen through something before, but I don't remember any of it. Maybe Asimov would know. I don't.
What? No way, really?
And I pulled all the frame data from the time, and it only shows a few seconds of mind overload. The fluctuations look a lot like what we see during a consciousness transfer, but there are subtle differences. All I can say for sure is that your mind is full on locked data shards. What they are, no one knows.
What if we try a deep mind connection?
Not advised. Forcing open a locked data like that is risky. Lee's mind might become unstable.
We fucking know how it already went. We saw that when we did. It's like how I look at it, it's like Teddy's chapter. We tried doing that. Look what happened. Fucking let that one goddamn little gremlin out. And yeah, now we have chaos. Fine. Then this frame.
I've eliminated the computing capacity for now. That should prevent anything similar from happening again. As for the real answer, maybe we'll find it eventually.
Asimov looks at you with a meaningful expression. Why are you looking at me?
Nothing. With that abrupt remark, he leaves the lab with Rosa. Late at night, a few scattered stars hang over the artificial sky. Lee sits at his desk.
Oh shit, what the hell? Woo, we actually get singing? Huh, okay. That's gonna set the tone.
Staring at a blank message on the terminal, the recipient field is already filled in. The memories from the mind of a little blue like morning dew, fragile, faint, but a voice keeps pushing him.
Find time. Talk to Murray.
Those doubts, those barriers.
We'll never know what you need if you never say a thing. And there were things that can go unnoticed if you always choose to be quiet about them.
He remembers what the Commandant once told him. So now, it's his turn to take that step. His fingers start typing, clumsy at first, and more fluid. As the morning star rises, he adds a final period.
Hey, Tishmela!
So this is the midpoint.
with nothing else changing, the Head Tower won't appear in any time soon. Lee had lost the chance to enter it, and with it, he has the right to ascend. But maybe the construct doesn't need that path to ascend anymore. In the distant future, Lee might still step into the Head Tower. He might still climb that ladder. No matter what happens when that time comes, he won't face it alone. Okay. Constellia. Yeah. After testing Lee's mind overload with all the parameters Asimov provided, it's confirmed as a sporadic anomaly, a non-reproducible event. With the new software and hardware limitations installed, the hyperworld frame returns to stable functions. Tyler! Oh, no wonder you're here at this hour. There's way too much paperwork just for a review. What does a specialized frame have to deal with? You sweep your gaze over to Isla, who's speaking at the report. Something about her feels different now.
I see you've changed your frame too.
Ah, you mean Kaleido? Yep, this is my new frame. Ah, gosh, you look good. Eddie, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. Hope you're having a good one so far. A surprise stream, early stream today? Yes, sir. I'm off today because it's Thanksgiving here in the States, which happy Thanksgiving. If you don't celebrate it, that's okay. Yeah, so I'm off for I don't got work today, I don't got work tomorrow, and I'm off this weekend anyway, so I get like a 4-day weekend, so I'm happy. So I feel like, hey, we're gonna stream early today, since I don't work today, and Thanksgiving we have our Thanksgiving today. We're having our Thanksgiving today early, in the afternoon, so that way we can eat lunch, and then if people want to stay to watch the games, they can, and football games they can, and if people want to go, they can after that. So yeah, so we're doing I'm an early stream. I'm glad to be back on early streaming again, or at least today. At least I can't wait to take it full time to where I can. But yeah, just an early stream today for Thanksgiving, and yeah. Now I will say when December comes rolling around, be ready for some early streams on top of that. So that'll be fun. We don't celebrate Thanksgiving here, so I didn't know. All good. Happy to be here. Hey, all good. Glad to have you here. We're regular scheduled time, 6 to 9 as usual. You're just in time. We're doing chapter 36 now. So far it's pretty good. I'm enjoying it so far. It's very interesting on how this is all kind of finally starting to take shape on what is happening here. So it's only 14 episodes, but these 14, I feel like this is going to be a 2-day stream, which is fine, not a big deal. Gives me more time to enjoy this story. But yeah, so far pretty good so far. I'm enjoying it. But yeah, I hope you're having a good day so far. Hope you're enjoying your time with the people you care for, and taking it one day at a time. So here we go. We're now in the Kaleido. We're in the Kaleido phase now. So this is gonna be interesting on what's gonna happen here, timeline wise. It's the result of a collaboration between the best designers at WGAA, optimized for combat. Now this does make me curious. Is Selena here, or do we see her later down the road? It's not on the same level as a specialized frame, sure, but it still packs a punch.
So the upgrade was focused on battle functions.
Of course! Selena's amazing. I can't afford to fall behind. Aha! Speak of the devil. Having a good day, thanks. I'll gladly stay here for a while, then back to study because exam tomorrow. Hey, you're all good. Got to be able to study for them. Got to be able to study for the exams like that, because that's no joke. That is no joke. Especially if you got your own money on the line. That is also no joke. Hope you enjoy the chapter. I'm enjoying it so far. It's pretty good. I'm enjoying it. Now, if we see Selena here, this would be a lot better. Because then it would show what we did was not in vain. And if the archaeological team constructs still can't fight and always rely on the protection from the task force, then accidents like what happened to Selena, they'll keep happening. Oh fuck! She's still here. She's still gone. A brief shadow crosses her face, and she thinks of the years separated from her dear friend, but it fades quickly. That's why Chairman Allen's been working to build a special team led by a commandant, one that could take a high-risk archaeological team missions. Ah! And the military wouldn't agree to it, but after the safe zone was established, their stance softened. They approved development of combat-focused frames for WGAA. Ah, okay, safe zone. Now that the safe zone's expanded, the archaeological team needs to expand too, to help Avilemio recover lost knowledge and tech from the Golden Age. After more negotiations, Allen made a bunch of trade-offs just to get the military's quiet approval.
I mean, that's a good thing.
I think so too. Once we get the green light, I applied to upkeep my frame right away. Brilliance was great, but it wasn't designed for combat. For surface missions, I just couldn't keep up.
Wait, surface missions? You've already been assigned one.
Yep, the squad may have been formed with the WGAA's help, but officially we're still part of the task force. The command center is giving us sample assignments to ease into things. Too bad Selena's still working with the WGA and archaeological teams. If we can go on missions together, I bet it'd be incredible. Okay, you're giving me mixed signals here. Is she here or is she not here? Isla sighs with disappointment. But hey, we'll get the chance someday. She looks down to check the time on her terminal. Ah, looks like it's almost time for our team meeting. See you later, Commandant. Papa P. Oh, and if I get the chance, I'll bring the Iris Warbler squad to the Grey River Lounge. I hope you'll welcome us.
Of course. I'll see you around.
Then jogs off down the hallway.
Iris Warbler squad.
Your hand lingers in the air mid-wave as the last word echoes in your mind. The moment you hear those words, a faint vision begins to stir. A thick, heavy fog fills that vision. Through the haze, the silhouettes of buildings just barely take shape. Ever since that first glimpse of the Crimson Tower, these deja vu visions have started to fade. As the time frame found a bug in itself, it has slowly been fixing it. There are still fragments, faint whispers, but nothing as vivid as the premonition you saw about the Copperfield Aquarium. Yep, Selena is finally here. The post-reset timeline is not bad for now. I was gonna say, we all know it's too good to be damn true without some things happening. So I know that something's gonna come up. As to what it is, I don't know. But glad to see Selena's at least here. What is it trying to show you, and what is that place? What does this deja vu mean? Now that it's fading, what does that mean? As you ponder, the fog slowly lifts. What you saw feels like a dream, and that night has already fallen. Sorry, there's an air bubble, and I was not about to be drinking my water with that air bubble there. Otherwise, I would have had a really terrible air bubble, and that would have hurt. All right, here we go. And this spot should be good enough. A dull thud breaks the silence. Trojan leads a crumbling wall and drops the box from her back onto the ground. Hey, don't do that. It's got solid outer shell, sure, but the core inside is still fragile. If you're tired, I can carry the rest of it away. No need, it's fine. The box is just full of shock absorption materials. Besides, you've been hauling it around for long enough. The blue-haired construct looks up at Isla and sighs for no clear reason. Must be nice having the luxury of a new frame. Unlike me, a walking antique. As she talks, Trojan pulls a terminal from her pocket, aligns the port with the box, and clears her throat. Trojan of Iris Warbler, 8:11 p.m., checkpoint 3, routine inspection. Core system purification filter is stable, no anomalies detected, logging complete. The moment the terminal beeps, the signal to end the recording, Trojan's briefly raised voice drops right back to normal. So tell me, what's the point of testing if an old purification filters work with the new cores? It doesn't fit. Just put in new few adapters and move on. That's just part of the mission, isn't it? Ah, Sika! Oh, good to see her too. Sika takes the terminal from Trojan, signs her name on the screen, and passes it to Isla. We're on the edge of a major dead zone, and a virus hit as the whole area was abandoned. No one's maintained these filters in ages. The military probably just wants a clearer picture of this region to gather intel and prep us for future ops. Oh shit! Okay, so she's here as well. Now, whether or not her personality is gonna change is yet to be seen, and whether or not her actual friend is also gonna be here. What? The military's handing out missions this casually now? A woman's voice calls out from the ruins nearby. Trojan raises her weapons, but Isla quickly pushes the barrel down. Should be one of ours. Isla verifies the identity of this light purple hair construct. You're Lena from Caribou, aren't you? Yep. I've reviewed your profiles, Sika, Isla, and Trojan, correct? That's right! Welcome aboard! Isla reaches out with a smile. Lena gives a quick, polite shake with her lips pressed, then pulls her hand back immediately. Let's skip the formalities and get straight to the point. I'm here to share intelligence with you. Without wasting words, Lena picks up the stick from her rebel with her foot and starts rolling in the dirt. This is a topographical map of the area. The central purification filter you're looking for should be around here. The high punishing virus concentration has created all sorts of corrupted and mutated creatures. Before we can reach the filter and replace the core, we'll need to clear out the enemies in these 2 areas. Never mind. I guess it did happen. Okay. Hold on now. We're gonna see. Lena? I'm fine. Must be the punishing concentration getting to me. I keep getting hallucinations and hearing things. Do you want to head back to Babylonia for a checkup? How long have you been down here? No need. Lena frowns, clearly uneasy with the idea of returning to Babylonia. She shakes her head and continues to move the stick in her hand. Let's keep going. Where were we? Oh, right. Lena's intel is spot on. After clearing out 2 enemy positions on the map, Iris Warbler makes it to the central purification filter of the city's heart. Maybe it was built during a time when people still held to dreams of reclaiming Earth. This filter doesn't feel like an utterly, it looks more like a piece of art. And because of that, even after this time, the inside hasn't decayed beyond repair. Even the handrails leading up to the tower have delicate parts. Is this what's left in the Golden Age? Not even close to the standards of Golden Age. As the only one here who actually lived through the Golden Age, Trojan lets out a dry chuckle. Back in the Golden Age, a tower like this wouldn't even count as a landmark in a single neighborhood, but now, dust from the tower's roof sends Trojan into a coughing fit. She steps back, frowning, and sets down the filter core. Is this thing really going to start up? I think it should work. Isla gives an old purification central filter a quick check, wipes away the dust. Excuse me. Hooks up the power, taps a few parts, and somehow the screen lights up. Oh, not bad. Didn't know WGAA had trained people for this. I looked up the space before the mission, and besides, understanding how large installation art works is part of our studies too. She carefully examines the central purification filter control panel and removes the old core. The Science Council manual says to connect the core using this port. Here's the cable! All 4 of them crouch around the central purification filter core, waiting. One by one, the indicator lights flick on, the new core hums to life. Yes! Total success! The purification filter concentration in the air is dropping! This is great! Sika walks around the central purification filter, monitoring the readings on her device. If it keeps running stably, we can... Wait! Just as the punishing virus levels plummet, Isla starts deploying a drone to scout ahead, but she suddenly freezes and rubs her eyes in disbelief. What is this? The others follow her gaze to the screen. All of them unconsciously hold their breath. As if someone had stitched it as if someone had stitched it from another world, the outline of a magnificent city slowly appears on the horizon, revealed by the drone's camera. A Golden Age city. An unfinished city. Based on what Iris Rover Squad sent back, we pinpointed its location. It's called Constellia. Back in the Golden Age, it was only designed and particularly built. The punishing virus outbreak has just hit the concentrations, has hit the construction. Oh my goodness, the punishing virus outbreak the punishing virus outbreak hit just as construction started, inevitably leaving the unfinished city abandoned. But now, it looks almost complete. Could any human group really pull something this off? Absolutely not. It's been far too long since the outbreak. No human group could have finished building something like this in the dead zone under these conditions. From the footage from the Iris Rover Squad sent, it seems that inside the city... The video starts to play. On clean, orderly streets, a few small mechanoids gather as if socializing. After a moment, they split off and go their separate ways. Mechanoids? Yes, mechanoids. Silica confirms your statement and plays more footage. All the footage shows no signs of human life in the city, it's just lots of mechanoids roaming around. We suspect it's similar to what Vanessa uncovered at the Curino orphanage. This city may be controlled by mechanoids with the abnormal behavior patterns. From the final days of the Golden Age, the last crystallization of human civilization, undoubtedly a city like this holds unimaginable value.
Has the Irish Warrior Squad already entered the city?
They have, but we've lost sense contact with them. The ground radar still picks up the Commandant's mind beacon, but there's heavy signal interference inside the city. We can't reach them.
What happened?
After sending the report and receiving permissions to continue exploring, they entered Constellia. Hi there, this is Isla. Hey, be serious. This is a mission report. Doesn't matter, nobody's gonna watch it anyway. People do watch them. Everywhere keep plenty of mission records on file. Wait, is this already recording? Realizing the terminal has started recording, the chatter behind the camera cuts off. This is Isla, captain of the Irish Warrior Squad. Nice to see everyone. She clears her throat again, as if someone had tugged on her sleeve. We're currently at the edge of the city. It seems to be using some kind of special tech to block all external electromagnetic signals. We can't use long-range comms at all. So we'll send out files. We'll send out this first batch of recorded data from here. After this, we'll continue with the mission. Our top priority is to explore the city of Constellia. That's the end of our report. Next up, a hologram cuts off. That was the last message we received. It's been 3 days since then. Given the clear intel and our knowledge of the squad's location, we initially had no reason to send backup, but in the dim conference room, the terminal flickers uncertainly. We received reliable intel that Colonel sent a secret unit into Constellia. They moved in right after the first core was replaced.
Colonel again. What's Colonel doing there?
Because the conference room door swings open, Nikolai enters, finishing the sentence Silica left hanging.
Because that city on paper was a joint investment by 4 major economic blocks: Kowloon, Akadelic, the Arctic Route Union, and the Transatlantic Economic Community, but in truth, Corona was the one pulling the strings behind Constellia's construction. I was in the meeting with the president and Alan. Sorry I'm late.
He gets a small nods and takes a seat.
So Corona went in to take the city back?
No, even Corona doesn't have the capacity to take over a city on this scale. Not right now, at least.
According to my sources, they've entered Constellia to retrieve a specific experimental result. Experimental result? To be exact, an escaped test subject. The result of their mind integration and detachable modular technologically experiments a bioweapon said to be capable of forming special connections with constructs. Just how obsessed is Colonel with these kinds of projects?
Nikolai has no desire to continue this topic.
In any case, that's all the intelligence I have on this matter. Silica, what's the current status of the Grey Raven members?
Lee is undergoing his regular hyperreal frame check at the Science Council. Liv is adapting to a new frame and requested Hippocrates to examine her mind. Oh. Currently, only Lucia and Commandant Papa P from Grey Raven are available for surface operations. Edward is still recovering from their last mission. After Tiso defected, Vanessa brought on Leia as a new recruit, and they're still finding their rhythm.
Ah, shit! Oh, Leia, hey, Leia kept her word. She kept her word, saying that she was gonna join. She was gonna join after she did up with some things with old lady Wang. That's right. Good to see she finally here. Egbert will be teaming up with Grey Raven. Your objective is to stop Colonel and recover the test subject before he does. Got it.
The majestic city, once just a projection, now stretches like a real path beneath your feet. It feels strangely vivid yet like dreamlike. After exchanging brief intel with Sika, Vanessa impatiently cuts the connection. What a pain having to clean up after some cobbled together a ragtag squad. We've got to intercept Colonel forces, recover the test subject, and finish everything before the purifying force gets here. Vanessa, who's usually stays calm even in the face of the harshest punishing virus stresses, now frowns in open frustration. When are they going to get tired? When are they going to get tired of these little games?
I doubt they ever will. Not until the war is over, I suppose.
Vanessa makes the non-committal scoff.
Have you trained Sika before?
You pick up on something in Vanessa's voice during the earlier call. It sounds like her relationship with Sika isn't just professional. Unless you're so deaf you need a hearing aid, yes, it's just like you heard. I was her supervisor during her internship. She was the first student I ever trained. Now, would that make Hanif then? Would that make Hanif our first ever trainee? Her eyes narrow, as if recalling a particularly unpleasant memory. She was slow, not bright, just a hard-working idiot with no other redeeming traits. If she doesn't learn quick, I can totally see her ending up dead on some pointless battlefield. Ah, shit! A sudden sting flickers through your mind, sharp and fleeting. Before you can think more on it, Vanessa ends the conversation. Let's move. It's not wasting any more time on this mission. Oh, I'm not. Whew. Ever since you entered Constellia, things haven't gone smoothly. All kinds of familiar enemies keep showing up one after another. They're just mindless constructs built with mechanoids, but they still manage to slow you down. Yet by the time you regroup with Sika, the hall has already become a complete mess. What do you mean your squad member merged with a test subject? That's pretty much it. Sika's voice trembles under Vanessa's pressure, but she still manages to explain what happened on their way here. They encounter the mechanoid named Cervantes. After entering the hall, that armor suddenly abducted Lena and attacked everyone before fleeing. Pummeling fools running around into foolish trouble. Vanessa actually rolls her eyes, something she really does. The purifying force has already reached Constellia. We need to retrieve the test subject now. Next. Please help us, Vanessa. Sika speaks up quietly, and she's still muttering every ounce of courage. Could the Edward squad escort Trojan to safety? I'll go with Papa P to find Lena. Why? She's dead weight. Because Lena is a member of the Irish Warble Squad. As the commandant, I'm responsible for every one of them.
I think this is the better approach, too. After all, Lena is a member of Irish Warbler.
You better not mess this up. If you do, I'll kill you myself before the punishing virus or before the purifying force even shows up. With that, Vanessa and the last two Egret members leave with Trojan. With the way ahead now clear, Grey Raven and Irish Warbler advance along Lena's trail. Mindless mechanoids swarm from every direction, clearly trying to block their path. Damn it! Why are there so many? Putting all of her strength into it, Sika raises her weapon and takes out one of the mechanoids, gritting her teeth. Will she pull out a shotty? No, we can't burn out the whole team here.
What do we do then?
Isla's frame is still in good condition.
Go on.
We split into two teams. One holds the line and breaks through, the other keeps chasing. With your encouraging gaze on her, Sika's words come more naturally. Hey, we gotta encourage her. The commandant and I will clear a path. Isla, you keep going. Oh, I'm exhausted. I'll stay here and support Papa P. Isla, I'm counting on you now.
I'll leave it to you, Isla.
Alrighty. Her gun lands traces brilliant arcs through the air as the pink-haired construct charges straight into the battlefield that awaits her. Now, this is where it's going to be interesting here. Does Isla end up saving her or not? Guess we'll find our answer here now. 2 weeks later, in Constellia, the sun blazes down. Isla stands atop of the windmill tower, her easel sitting up, her easel set up before her. Oh! Woo! We did it! Our fucking shit was not in vain! Oh, man! She looked good. Oh! It's so good to see her in this town. Woo! That's a win! That's a win! It's a win! It's a win! It's a win! Oh, man. That's a win. So, what happened next? Who did you meet? Just beyond the main hall. Oh, fuck, man! It's a way they finally get to talk, bro. It's so good. I knew that they were cooking stuff up. I knew that they did it. I knew there was a reason why they didn't have Selena and her talk in their chapter. It led up to this moment. It led to this moment. Finally, they get to talk. Finally, the reunion. Oh, it's been a long time coming. All right, here we go. Just beyond the main hall, I ran into that Megadoy named Cervantes. I don't know why, but I had this strange feeling I'd see you there. Maybe it was just a hunch? If you had shown up, the whole story might have taken a different turn. Maybe. If I had been there, I would have had your back. Of course you would. We're best friends. Oh, this soothes the soul. As she brushes color on the canvas, Isla continues her story. Cervantes just wanted to be part of the story, trying to prove some belief I couldn't really agree with, chasing his own answer. Losers forever be losers. Nobody will remember what they could have achieved. Take this as my personal wish. Maybe I have been doing all this just because I don't want my master to end up a loser. Allow me to be your enemy in this encore, Isla. The story has to come to its final act. After hearing those words of yours, I want to see how you will prove them or face your failure. To this world, we are but dust and screws. It's only a matter of time before we rot in vain. Without victories, our memories are nothing but dirt and shameful fragments. I still believe that if you don't give everything your all, you can't really call it an ending. Whether you win or not doesn't matter. Even in defeat, you can still leave something behind. Something that's yours. Damn, she's spitting facts! She's spitting game right there! He wasn't all that strong. It just felt like he wanted an outcome. And then there was Lena. Her brush brings to life a rainy day, soft gray clouds, a damp windmill tower, and Lena standing quietly inside it. When the battle ended and I woke up, Lena and the armor were both gone. I won't give up. I will find Lena again. One day, the Iris Warper Squad will come back together. Hey! Tearing off the finished page, Alice sweeps her brush again, filling the canvas with a bright blue sky. Iris Warbler may be on indefinite break for now, but at least I found another goal to chase. You mean Constellia? That's right. Cervantes has put me in charge of Constellia, and that's why I invited you here. I'm planning to work with the Science Council to combine the Windmill Tower with the improved filter core. Together, we'll turn it into the very first true enhanced central purification filter. After that... Hey! Isla sweeps a brilliant rainbow across the canvas. Her smile shines just as brightly. I believe that with our efforts, we'll no doubt step into the next era. We'll give Cervantes a better answer than he ever imagined. Yeah, we will. Outside the Windmill Tower, the sky is perfectly clear. No. I knew his ass was gonna show up. The golden nugget. Vonnegut stands at a distance from Constellia, silently watching the Windmill Tower turning in motion. Constellia, do you and Mr. Nemo have new plans for it, mister? No. He had considered whether something had gone wrong with Constellia, which might have stopped the Hedon Tower from descending. But everything here seems normal. Nothing unusual has happened. Let's go. We'll go there and get the backup plan ready. It's time to push the red tide forward. Yes, mister. They cooking. We moving. Okay, now, Karoo. I ain't gonna look back on the chapters now. I do believe it did go to Alpha, then it went to Vera, then I believe it went to Lena, then fucking Cradle Parade, and everything else. So we're kind of going back. Okay, so we're going through a reverse vision of what's happening, of what happened with. Spoilers! We're going back. We're kind of seeing the events of the old timeline that we were in, which was which was a nice touch, because when we were in this chapter, the Lee from the past was actually that Lee from that old timeline. So the Lee that's in this timeline is like, what is happening? And so we're kind of getting a revised version of everything that's been going on. And people are kind of getting glimpses of like, oh, I feel like I've seen this before. I feel like I've been here before. Which in turn is showing us, kind of showing everyone a glimpse of what we had to endure in order to make sure this timeline fucking works. And I have a feeling it's gonna be a kumbaya and everyone's like, you've endured so much. And this chapter got me fucking hyped. A recap sort of, yeah, it's a recap, but like with its own, with the timeline we're in now, it's giving it its own recap in a sense. Oh, the music here is going crazy. It's super nice to see what was going to happen without the Hedo Tower. Yeah, exactly. It's like if the Hedo Tower is not here, and thanks to Nanami, we were able to give the gift of future this timeline a chance to show like this is what would happen if the Hedo Tower didn't be here. Vonnegut is super confused. He's super confused. Now, Cradle Parade will be a very interesting recap chapter when we get to it. I'm very curious to see what's going to happen there. Because he even said, get the backup plan ready. And I have a feeling that backup plan is Cradle Parade. So it's going to be interesting on how that's going to happen, how Chaos comes into play here, our daughter. So it's going to be very interesting. I'm invested in this chapter so far. It is really, really good. All right, here we go. We got Alpha and Varus chapter now. And mind you, we're probably with Ishmael right now. So the fact that we're still with Ishmael and we're seeing like all this happening and unfolding is very, very interesting to look at. All right, here we go. I need to get a water after this. All right, here we go. After multiple checks to confirm stability, the improved central purification filter core gets deployed quickly to all conservation areas under Babylonia's control. Safe zones pop up everywhere. While they can't totally wipe out the virus, they can give humanity enough security to slowly take back the lands that Punishing and the Red Tide have taken over. I think I'll get going too. I'll see you then. Etiquette! Thank you for being here. I hope you have a good day. You be safe, enjoy the time, enjoy your studying too. And we'll see you around. Ladies and gentlemen, let us continue on. Oh, I'll see you Saturday maybe, because I am streaming that morning. So I'll maybe see you Saturday. All right, here we go. Safe zones pop up everywhere, but they can't totally wipe out the virus. They give humanity enough security to slowly take back the lands that Punishing and Red Tide had taken over. We did not read that part. Ooh. And that, my dear lady, my dear Luna, is pretty much the story of humanity's safe zones. I get it. This doesn't line up with what she saw before the Ascension Network. Long ago, Luna used the Ascension Network's power to peek into the far future. Though her powers can't show the whole picture, she's certain of one thing. The trial will eventually arrive, selecting beings to be able to reach a higher existence. Yet until today, she hasn't seen anything that could be considered the trial happening. Before Luna can figure out what stopped the trial from appearing, the Ascension Network already eagerly kicked off another round of filtering for its agents and ascendants. Humanity's safe zones are growing, and the Ascension Network already senses the crisis. Miss Luna, what do you want me to do now? Roland stands aside the created dreamscape as the silver-haired girl sits deep in thought in the hanging chair, trying to figure out what she's planning. Roland speaks very carefully. Maybe I could go back to Vonnegut's side and read his reactions to get some useful information. No, that's not the best move. Luna brushes off his suggestion. Whatever schemes that Agent and Human are cooking up can no longer concern us. No matter what he does, he can't possibly shake the Ascension Network, just like I told Lucia. Lady Alpha, she's already here. Yes, before you got here. Then why didn't she... Roland freezes the moment, her gaze sweeping over Luna's form. Then why couldn't she rescue me? Because this is the price. It's the price for us using the Ascension Network. The dreamscape gradually shatters, revealing the true nature of this area in the eerie dim light. The silver white girl lies trapped with crimson crystals clusters, sleeping peacefully like a lamb waiting for sacrifice. So... Yes, I forgot. Yes. I remember now. For what I was remembering on is, she was stuck in the moon, but then she got saved, and now she's here. Humans got their safe zones, forcing the Ascension Network to speed up its filtering process under pressure. I gained new permissions from this filtering. But getting more permissions also means a deeper connection with the Ascension Network. This is the price I have to pay. That doesn't sound like a good deal. It's no big deal. I haven't taken that final step yet, so I won't be completely tied to the Ascension Network. She gazes off into the distance. Besides, I've already seen a new possibility. Before anyone else can find Luna, Alpha already arrives here, katana in hand. She finds Luna, with that, discovers her own way forward. If Lucia could truly break free from the Ascension Network. Now, why is she saying Lucia could truly break free from the Ascension Network? I thought it was Alpha. Then maybe the Ascendants could genuinely find a new possibility through this breakthrough. Luna closes her eyes, driving her consciousness into the complex web of the Ascension Network. Lucia hasn't cut her link to the Ascension Network yet. Maybe I can use the Ascension Network to see everything she's experiencing. Yeah, why is Luna calling her Lucia? I thought it was out. Confusing, but oh well. She doesn't want her sister to take such risk. Blizzard is howling. Following the threads of the Ascension Network, Luna catches a faint glimpse of the snowfields. Two figures, one in black and one in white, stand locked in a stare down amidst the biting cold wind. In a flash, Blaze whizzes through the air. It's Lucia. Her mind shares the same origin as mine. Is that why the Ascension Network has her in its sights too? She is Lucia, that's why. Well, I know that, but I thought she always called her. I thought Luna always called her Alpha. The brief but intense battle ends with Alpha and Lucia pulling back their weapons almost simultaneously. See, yeah, I thought she always calls her Alpha. I could have sworn she always called her Alpha, and called Lucia, the one in Grey Raven, her actual sister. Luna gets a strong sense that during the fight, Lucia figured out a way to keep the Ascension Network in check. Next, as we agreed, she's headed to Fort Winter. The Ascension Network has briefly picked up 2 fleeting signals from new specialized flame deployed by the humans, but lately, the Ascension Network unexpectedly snags a brief signal coming from inside that research facility. Perhaps it's a chance for Alpha to break free from the Ascension Network. See what I mean? The iron gates hidden within the snowfields rumble open with a thunderous sound. Lucia and Alpha step into the Fort Winter, only to be swarmed by endless waves of infected test subjects pouring in from all directions. They find themselves hemmed at the center of the laboratory. Test subjects, they've broken into the lower laboratory. Although through Alpha's eyes, she sees everything floating inside Fort Winter. I'm gonna just let it be for now. After getting unexpected data from Liv's Imperia and Bianca Stigmata's frame, Godwin becomes obsessed with grabbing absolute control of the Ascension Network. Just one more time. More punishing virus is ejected into the test subject. Godwin frantically records each set of data, trying to get a handle on the invisible tether that's out of his reach. I've got this. It's right within my grasp. Professor! The test subject is broken free from the restraints and are loose in the tower laboratory. Ah! Almost there. A test subject stands right behind him. Utterly foolish. Luna couldn't care less about the humans bringing out their own downfall. Instead, she's tracing the last threads connecting the Alpha and the Ascension Network, trying to pinpoint Alpha's location. Also, Gray X, hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. Hope you're having a good one so far too. Happy Thanksgiving if you celebrate it. Yeah, you're just in time. We're on chapter 36. We're going through. I think we're on episode 4. No, episode 5 or 6. One of the two. So far, pretty damn good. I'm enjoying this chapter a lot. Lucia. Luna has found Alpha. Countless reflections of Alpha shimmer in the shuttered mirrors. The real Alpha at the center draws her blade, staring down at the nightmare in front of her. She's cutting down phantom after phantom as they leap from their cages, pushing their strength to its limits with every strike. She falls, then gets right back up, fierce flames blazing from the tip of her blade. The Ascension Network backed off. The girl, who's intimately connected to the Ascension Network, keenly senses its resolving faltering. It's about time. In an instant, the mirrored surface violently shatters. As the phantoms disappear, Luna loses her connection to Alpha. She's made it. Though her struggle was incredibly brutal, Alpha finally breaks free from the cage that held her captive. The girl sits in her hanging chair, deep in thought. She manages to extract a piece of the Ascension Network, cutting ties with it completely. With Alpha gone, the Ascension Network is bound to make its move, and then it'll be her turn to act. The girl, trapped within clusters of crimson crystals, slightly opens her eyes. Miss Luna. Lucia made it. She broke free from the Ascension Network's chain, while the moment Alpha escaped the Ascension Network, Luna seizes the chance to grab her new powers. Power surges through her body as Luna considers where to place her next chess piece. I'll give you new weapons, and then I need to try to seize control of the Ascension Network. You'll do something for me. The vermin on the ground, are loudly conspiring. Understood, Luna. Since you switched the time, you started. Since you switched the time, it's kind of hard to catch your streams. So it's nice to see you live now. I know. I know. Ever since I made the switch to like night times, I know it's been difficult for a lot of people to kind of catch my streams, but thankfully with it being Thanksgiving in the States, we're off today. It's a national holiday, so I'm off. I'm off today. I'm off tomorrow, and then I'm usually off on the weekends. So it's a 4-day weekend for me, and it's gonna be a busy 4-day weekend for me. But yeah, I figured my Thanksgiving is gonna be happening early today, in the afternoon. So we're gonna be doing that, and then during the night, I want to be able to just relax with the family. Spend time with them. So I'm like, hey, we're gonna stream in the morning. And once I'm able to take this full time, don't you worry. Once I'm able to take this full time, I will be streaming in the mornings only. So that way I can get back into the groove of things. So it's nice. It is nice being able to stream in the mornings again. I can't wait to stream in the mornings when I'm able to, because I've always liked streaming early in the mornings. I may not be a morning person, but I'm slowly trying to get back into it. So yeah, it's nice to be back here live in the mornings when I'm able to. Now, when December comes rolling around, I'll be able to stream in the mornings for I think 2 weeks. So that'll be nice as well. But I'll get more updates on that when we get closer to it. So, all right, here we go. Invisible tendrils are already connecting to branches of the Ascension Network. The small insect caught dead center in the spider's web starts cooking up its counterattack. She will eventually leave this place. Luna slowly closes her eyes, listening to the voice of the punishing. She feels the Ascension Network urgency and senses the punishing virus agitation. She knows everything is surging forward. The red tide is gathering its strength for a powerful emergence. It grows slowly, nurturing new, unpredictable life forms. She has to seize this gift from punishing before the red tide incubates truly sentient life forms. On Earth, the red tide spreads through the sludgy, muddy expanses. A head-o creature extends its bewildered tentacles from the swamp, desperately struggling forward to the far side of the ruins until its abdomen gets impaled on the sharp structural framework jutting from the broken walls. The red tide-like fluid slowly oozes from its body as it gradually stops struggling. Before the creature even quits moving, another head-o creature already tramples over its corpse, heading toward the other side of the ruins at unknown destination, continuing to build their Babel Tower. As the gun smoke clears, Lee fires another shot into the head-o creature to finish it off, his expression grim as he stares into the distance. Several days ago, Lucia was placed under 24 hours continuous mind surveillance for unauthorized contact with an Ascendant. Ah, that's right. To keep Colonel from acting covertly and interfering with the Grey Raven commandants again, Hazen authorized the other 3 Grey Raven members to take a mission investigating red tide anomalies. According to the mission briefing, this conservation area lacks a central purification filter and was set up independently by a group of refugees. They contacted Babylonia after noticing abnormal behavior among the surrounded Hetero creatures. Cerberus Squad is busy investigating the Hetero intelligence within the conservation area. Meanwhile, Grey Raven's mission is to push to the outer perimeter and figure out if these Hetero creatures are linked to the red tide. But as they arrive to the conservation areas, news hits them. Number 21 and Vera have gone dark after venturing deep into the dead zone looking for missing refugees. Any luck getting a connection with 21, Grey Raven Commandant?
I got a connection, but it just snapped.
The sudden forceful cutoff of the conductor's connection sends a painful ringing echoing through your ears. Commandant, you really don't have to push yourself so hard. Oh, hold on, we got you though. Liv anxiously offers some medicine.
I'm fine. It's number 21 who's in rough shape. We should hurry.
The ringing in your ears from the neurological pain slowly fades, but the vision starts to blur at the edges.
Those are...
The edges of reality begin to wrap as vegetation rustles ominously, and strangely colored roots finally rip through the soil. A cacophony of discolored trees rapidly shoots up from the dark green forest. They coil and twist, roots entangled with branches contorting around roots. They seem to be different branches of the same tree, a single entity, an alien spherical forest.
Vera. Number 21. This isn't right.
The ringing in their ears slowly fades as the deep purple spherical forest dissolves from view, revealing the lush woodland that was there all along.
Is it the deja vu again?
Commandant, Hetero creatures are pushing forward from the direction. There's no time to ponder what the vision might be foretelling as Lee returns from the flank to report the situation ahead.
Evacuation takes priority. Keep trying to connect with number 21 during our evacuation. Number 21.
Faint white noise echoes back through the connection's beacon. Routine connections remain difficult due to punishing interference. Hey, Raven, Commandant.
Number 21. Oh, thank goodness.
Captain is hurt. I need to save Captain.
Number 21, where are you?
A brief silence hangs in the line before the consciousness beacon, then number 21 stammers, repeating Vera's instructions. Forest. Shadow. Southwest.
Don't you worry. We're coming for you now. The connection might cut off when we move, so stay sharp.
Captain and I will be careful. Hell yeah, hey, we got a mission to do now. Come on, we'll roll.
Commandant, are they both alright? They're in the southwest part of the forest. Grab medical supplies. We're moving to extract them now.
Following the coordinates number 21 sent, the team clears out the Hetero creatures along their path, reaching the forest boundary in no time flat. By the time they pick up the trail, it's pitch black. The dead zone's right ahead, Commandant. You and Lev should head back here while Noctis and I...
Wait, what? That?
Who are you? At the forest edge, where the reddish-brown red tide stains the ground, a swift black shadow springs from the living woods. Aw, shit. Is this who I think it is? Lee brings up his weapon, eyes glued to the shadow that just burst out.
Wait.
Oh, shit! She's got her frame, too? Hold on. Whoa! Hold on now. That... Okay. So this make... Okay. So this... Okay. Ah. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. The shadow slowly gets to its feet. Under the searchlight beam, the silhouettes finally take shape. It's number 21 of Vera.
Put down your weapon!
Number 21's body is so heavily stained with the red tide and vital fluid that she hardly looks like a construct anymore. Except for Lee and Liv, all the constructs who came here with them keep their weapons rigidly trained on the newcomers. The white-haired girl takes the measure of the wary constructs surrounding her, like a predator assessing the weakness of its prey.
Put your weapons down now!
A sudden memory of number 21's previous stress response alarms an alarm ringing bell. Noctis might have caught on to the same thing.
Hey, are you deaf? I should put down the weapons!
Noctis shoves aside the construct blocking his path and bellows at everyone. Surprisingly, the girl doesn't lurch forward in a frenzy, as everyone feared she might. I'm not a corrupted. She meets everyone's watchful gaze fixed on her. This time, she makes no move to tear anyone to shreds. Instead, she clearly states her intentions. I am number 21 from Cerebus. She helps Vera to her feet. Oddly, Buddy, the support drone Vera usually has trailing her, is nowhere in sight. Captain is hurt. He needs immediate treatment. The constructs seem momentarily stunned, their bodies still frozen.
Help her, damn it! Get a stretcher! Where's that emergency kit I brought?
The infection has far exceeded safe levels. We need to clear out the punishing virus first. Liv deftly pulls out the emergency medical kit. Under her guidance, the other constructs finally drop their guard and start to help.
Vera's frame.
Push down the questions bubbling up. Now is not the time to ask Vera when she swaps to the War Flame. Her frame.
Lee, record the hetero creature's data coming from this area.
For some reason, that oddly colored spherical forest just sticks in my
For some reason, that oddly colored spherical forest just sticks in my mind's eye. I can't shake it. We fought tooth and nail for this safe zone. Can't let anything rock the boat and shatter this fragile piece.
Leave it to me. Lee gives a knowing nod, then turns a heel and heads to the dead zone with his collected gear. A few days later, Babylonia. Lee's data from the dead zone turned up some real head scratchers. Both the evolving hetero creatures acting in concert at the Red Tide, which is kicking their evolution into high gear. After they died, the hetero creatures just melt into the soil, only to be birthed anew by the Red Tide like it's the second coming. Whether someone is deliberately cultivating these creatures or just the Red Tide's natural progression, either way it spells trouble for Babylonia. Luckily, the improved central purification filter cores are still doing the trick. Going forward, as long as we can keep stepping into the cores without a hitch, we can at least put out the safety of the conservation areas. Deep in thought, muddling over the topics just discussed in Babylonia's highest level classified meeting, you step out, loosening the tight strap of your hat. Even though the new central purification filter cores can only scatter the punishing virus rather than destroy it, and then the dispersed virus is bound to pull itself back together somewhere else. As long as it doesn't show up in a big concentrated burst, the situation remains manageable. On top of that, after the meeting, Silica sent over the population disappearance report from the last period. The frequent disappearance caused by the hetero creatures incidents might be worth looking into. Could this tie back to the dispersed punishing virus? Pop and pee. Down the empty corridor, a silent figure in white lurks around the corner, waiting until you get close enough before speaking up.
Oh, number 21.
Number 21 is waiting for Captain. Captain suddenly switched to the Grevois frame before battle. This needs to be reported.
Why would Vera suddenly change frames?
Captain changed frames either after talking to Commandant Murray. They don't know anything else. Number 21 points to the tightly closed door on the other side, then looks up at the human. Pop and P is passing by. Can Pop and P chat with number 21? As if worried about being rejected, number 21 furrows her brow, thinks for a moment, then adds, Pop and P promised number 21 before. If I have problems, I can find Pop and P. Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
You sure can.
You check your schedule, confirm you're free, then find yourself leaning against the wall next to number 21. Number 21 remains quiet for a moment, clearly unsure how to break the ice. Then, in a soft voice, she says, I never got to thank you.
What do you mean?
It's about Buddy. The girl in white tilts her head up, a faraway look in her eyes as if replaying a memory. She's thinking back to that day when she and Vera vault their way to the hetero creature's encirclement, took down the corrupted Buddy, and barely escaped the dead zone. Oh, did Buddy survive?
Number 21. Cannon said if she sees Snore, she'll help keep it safe for you.
You recall the oddly dressed girl, still a bit taken aback by her unique construct style. You've never seen anything quite like it. But before all that,
What exactly happened to Buddy?
Buddy's gone missing. It's alright. I've already found Buddy.
You.
Number 21 seems to undergone some kind of inner transformation, more than just a frame replacement. It's like she seems to have carved out her own way of being in this world. I only just realized it.
Do you need to say goodbye to Buddy?
Goodbye. Number 21 knits her brows as if she's grasped it and yet doesn't all at once.
It's like saying goodbye to a friend.
I don't want to say goodbye to Buddy, but I do want to say goodbye to Buddy. Pop and P, will you come with me? Very so out cold, number 21 instinctively glances at the human standing in front of her. Damn it, so Buddy still died. Ah!
Let's head back for treatment first. Once your treatment's done, I'll go with you.
Yes, I want Pop and P to come with me. We're going to say goodbye to Buddy together. Gone but never forgotten! Gone but never forgotten! The next day, it's still dark out. In the conservation area, residents are sound asleep when a loud knocking rattles the Grey Raven Commandant's door. It's the energetic number 21 standing there.
Number 21.
Number 21's treatment is complete. Pop and P promised to say goodbye with me together. She just had her bandages removed, but she's insisted on coming here. Liv just shakes her head. It's a clear sign she's tried and failed to stop number 21.
Yes, I made a promise to number 21. Let's go.
As the first hit of dawn breaks,
As the first hit of dawn breaks, I put on my protective suit, and number 21 and I make our way to the Dead Zone forest. We easily handle the head-hole creatures that swarm around us. Suddenly, number 21 stops dead in her tracks in a specific spot. Is this the place?
this is it. The wolf ear girl crouches, silently gazing at the metal fragments strewn across the ground. Buddy.
Goodbyes are just something you know how to do. You don't need a lesson. Number 21 repeats his name over and over. Her voice low and somber.
I'm sorry.
She gently touches the familiar fragments that remain. Each metal piece of a memento of the countless days and nights she shared.
Those headaches. Were you calling out to me? Weren't they, buddy? I'm sorry, buddy. I was too tense to realize you were crying for help.
So this is why number 21 grew up so fast. In this dog-eat-dog world, every step forward means losing a part of yourself.
Number 21. Got justice for Buddy. Number 21 gathers the fragments from the ground, carefully making a small pile. I beat back all those bad things that snatched Buddy away. I'm not letting them take Captain from me again. But I'm sorry, Buddy. I couldn't keep you safe. The girl stubbornly repeats these words, dodgily digging through the dirt, scavenging for every last metal fragment and piling them up. So, Buddy is always with me. I'm never letting those bad things steal Buddy's Haraka again. She gazes at the small pile of metal fragments, pressing her hand against her chest. Sunlight filters through the leaves above, illuminating the girl's deformed expression that borders on revenge or reverence. Buddy is always with me. The wolf-eared girl completes her goodbye in her own unique way.
Yes. Buddy is always with me. By losing a part of herself, she also finds her own freedom.
Bro, that's some shitful kiss to the writing. Afterward, I head back to Babylonia with the captain and Noctis. I haven't thanked Pop and P yet. Thank you, Pop and P. for telling me I could still say goodbye.
It's alright. But that day I also meant to ask, what does Haraka even mean?
Kanon taught me that word. Haraka. She's our friend. Haraka means... tribe.
Okay. Ah, shit. Now this is what I was looking forward to here. This is something I was looking forward to here. This is something I was looking forward to here, ladies and gentlemen. Ugh. It's okay. So we got these two. So, okay. So we go from here to here. Then we go to Eon Reforged and Polar's Bond. Then we go to Teddy and Luna, then Shaper's Ripples, then Nanami. Okay, so hold on. If I read this correctly, it goes Watanabe, then Poland. That leaves it to 7. Then it goes to Luna. Oh no, Teddy and Luna. That brings it to 9. Then it goes Shaper's Ripples, which is 10. Then Nanami, which is 11. Ishma, which is 12. And then the other 3 will probably be whatever timeline we're able to do here. Or whatever happens, I guess. I'm assuming something happens. There ain't no way, like, fucking Ishmael. I have no Ishmael's gonna play a part when probably at the end or right when right when Shaper's Ripple happens. No, yeah, probably right when that happens. So, it's gonna be interesting. So, I'm gonna get a water real quick, and then we continue on with the story. Make sure you all get some water in you. Use the restroom and get a snack when needed. Be back soon.
All right, I am back, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Let's do this. Pause. Alright, we're ready to roll. Okay, here we go. Episode 6. I want to say we're going to be halfway here pretty soon. Yeah, we're about to be halfway after this, so. We probably realistically won't be... We'll probably finish this chapter Saturday morning. Just because we're going to get close, but we're not going to get all the way through. And we only got, what, an hour left? Yeah. So here we go. Seawater hangs suspended in the sky, episode 6. Oh shit, the lost hero of the human, the grave and commandant, is reliving everything that happened at the deep sea with its narrow dreamscape. Ooh. Okay. Fate decided to crack a cruel joke, depriving the hero of all light.
Who am I?
In the chaotic mind, only the roar of crashing landing transport remains. The strange smell of reeking machine oil fills the human nostrils.
Who am I?
The pitch black void echoes like a reverberating wall, and the human voice resonating unchanged to the emptiness. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. There.
Who are we?
In memory, the transport was attacked and crashed by this place. Where is this?
Where am I?
Your own voice sounds as if it's coming from beneath water, muffled and hopeless. As your voice spreads through the dark void, ripples dance across the water's surface, and strange visions begin to emerge before you. Then, let it be here. Being carried merciful one guides Grey Raven's gaze, settling upon the sea. Wake up when it's time to wake up. Sleep when it's time to sleep. Of course, I'll make sure you're born safely. It shouldn't be crossing the line. Accompanied by a mournful, lingering cry like a whale song, everything before your eyes gradually comes into focus.
The bottom of the sea. This is the bottom of the sea. I am Grey Raven Commandant. I am the Grey Raven Commandant.
Your gaze moves from the top to bottom, observing from a higher form this enormous whale-shaped coffin and alive struggle within its embrace.
I must get them out of here. Impossible.
Okay. So left side is us watching from afar. Right side is actually the one that's in there right now.
The predetermined can't be changed. Yet some regrets may still be redeemed. Only this way can the loop be closed. Loop.
The haunting calls unique to the deep sea continuously echoed throughout the space.
Slumber here. Awaken on the other shore. Will ultimately return to the seabed. And ultimately,
the whispered murmurs fade with the ocean waves vanishing in from the space.
what?
Your consciousness slowly sinks into a profound dreamscape. Crimson soil enveloped the roots of the tree of life, while red tide projections wailed and laughed, acting out of their ordinary yet sorrowful lives. Also, I want to point out that little tiny riser to like an impact, very nice. The Agent of Darkness gazes coldly at the screen, examining the object hanging from the treetops behind it, absorbing the red tide like blood bags. As the red tide disperses, the woman who emerged with the colossal tree remains still and silent here. He applies all the results from the hatching Chico to this place. Sophia gradually absorbs nutrients from the red tide. She's growing. Having absorbed enough nutrients from the red tide, the bloated blood sacs fall from the treetops, which Cortex limbs struggling free before the crimson fluid within. The humanoid head occurs with an odd appearance, such as its tentacles gazing at the world in confusion. Another defect. He frowns, slightly dissatisfied with the result. The seafarers are all samples copied from Litho's deceased consciousness. He tells Lithos the goal is to make the head creatures more human-like in order to advance their evolution of the red tide. But only the agent himself knows that his purpose extends far beyond that. After confirming once more that the seafarer is still nothing more but a pure replica, Vonnegut irritably flicks away his hand. The door at the end of the corridor emits a soft creaking sound. Mister. The Purple Herald ascended on the other end of the communication seems to notice the agent's poor mood and hesitates momentarily. Speak. I'm getting word that Kugawara Kurino is dead, taken out by his adopted father, the girl known as Alicia. Vonnegut's eyes narrow as the name clicks. So, what's the deal with Utopia? Utopia's mind fusion experiment is a bust, and that's old news, about 10 days old now. Babylonia is hunting down Utopia's last ships everywhere. They're probably seizing all the data and info as we speak. It's okay. Utopia is just a fallback anyway. What about the armor? Utopia's only successful test subject. Also snagged by Alicia. Okay. He's keen on the armor, but this girl Alicia has already grabbed Babylonia's attention. Trying to get it back now will just stir up a hornet's nest. He can't stand a fuss. Alright then, sir. I'm out of here. Is the Grey Raven Commandant settled in? That one? Dumped in the facility with the renegade constructs and the Red Tide fanatics. Commandant still hasn't come to, probably from a head injury from the transport crash. Yes. Keep a tight leash on the Commandant. Fill me in immediately on anything that happens. I'll let them know, sir. Lithos waits a beat, then after making sure Vonnegut does nothing else, quietly cuts the connection. Sylvia. The Dark Agent lets out a soft sigh. He can't care less about anything else now. Not Utopia, not the late Kugawara Kurino, not even the Mind Fusion project that went belly up. All he cares about is what's right in front of him. Sophia, about to hatch its egg, and the mysterious tower still hasn't shown up. The tower. Where'd it go? Haven't you gotten any other information? Another consciousness inside the agent's mind quietly answers. No, I can't predict anything more. Not what's going on, or what happens, or when. Too many things I've never seen before I popped up, and I haven't even run into Babylonia's Central Purification Core upgrade. The tech from the Babylonia Central Purification for the core upgrade. Part of it feels like familiar, but I can't say for sure if it really comes from the future where I existed. Sorry, I've never been very good at this. Nemo's tone is gentle. I've thought all along these lines too before. The tall man mumbles to himself like a child with a strange sense of humor. I once wondered if someone in the future did something to cause all these changes. But the tower never got close, so I couldn't prove that theory, and besides, who else could pull all this off? Could it be Dominic from the fog? No, it's not out of the question, but as you said, everything hinges on the tower. I've checked, and the rifts in the bridge have sealed up. As long as the tower stops growing, we have no way to verify on this end. Maybe it's for the best. The young man lets out a weird sigh, but the punishing virus still exists. As long as the punishing virus is around, everything will keep happening in cycles, the same more problems, the same more destruction. The agent falls silent for a moment, mulling over a solution. Ever since he's noticed the tower stopped growing, he has lost his way of sending messages through the Hedwell Tower. Because the tower never came close as promised, he missed out on too much information. With only his notes and terminal from countless dashes through time, his understanding of the future stretches no further than the present moment. Vonnegut's cheat code expired, and his pathetic foresight ends right now. The agent shows a rare moment of hesitation, but quickly quashes it. In his place comes a more determined gaze and even more focused analysis. The cradle of the deep blue is steadily breathing the key, but if the tower is gone, how could the key even be used? He is so confused right now. He's like, I don't know what the fuck's happening. Dominic of this word managed to react to number 1 at the 0-point energy burst. He mutters without thinking. Professor Trout? I remember you saying that Dominic disappeared. Or seized in the tower's core, and this word Dominic also went missing after the 0-point energy burst. Wasn't this word's Dominic supposed to be... wasn't this word's Dominic supposed to be dead? No, not necessarily. If he had died from the punishing virus, and 0-point reactor number 1 couldn't have been sealed. Since the 0-point reactor number 1 was successfully shut down, there might be more clues at this location. This is just a hunch, Professor Trout, but it might also lead them down a new path. He can't let the tower fall on anyone's hands. Hold on. Oh, shit. No, don't add to. God damn it. Review. Okay, hold on. Oh, okay, so in this... Okay. Even if we don't find any clues, maybe we could try to restart the 0-point reactor. Since the punishing virus showed up because of 0-point energy, maybe when we reactivate the 0-point reactor, the tower will also respond. The young man, hidden deep within his conscience, just thinks silently for a long time. Perhaps you're right. Okay, so in this timeline, we were able to shut it down, but still the punishing still came out, but we shut it down. He goes quiet, not saying another word. The agent stares blankly at the old-style terminal screen in front of him. Even though his mind still has a lot of static, he's clear-headed enough now. Untied, punishing virus, chaos, contamination, the fog, the tower. None of this is over yet. He always finishes what he starts. A loud crash explodes from the screen. Lithos. His voice is neither loud nor soft, but the purple-haired ascendant still isn't responding to the communication even after all this time. After flipping through several screens, he pulls up surveillance footage of the cradle of the deep blue. The whale-shaped coffin is trembling and collapsing as it struggles upward, guided by merfolk fighting to break free from the sea's grip. So, Lithos failed after all. The agent's tone stays calm as he turns to check another surveillance screen. The bottom of the cradle, in a hidden room, the egg holding the consciousness of the commandant who perished in the deep sea rests quietly in the red tide. Lilith. Mr. Vonnegut. Oh, Mr. Vonnegut. I'm already in position, just as you instructed. Yes. Bring them back. Of course, as you command. Before Lilith can say anything more, Vonnegut cuts off the communication. This key. This time. Could it be the perfect one? He stares at the unhatched egg at the bottom of the cradle, muttering to himself. A vague, uneasy noise fills the dark space. The lost hero, the human, is reliving everything that happened in the deep sea within this narrow dreamscape. How many times have these events been relived? The deep sea's dim light, the suffocating whales, the parting last words. It's like a lone traveler who knows an abyss lies ahead, but stubbornly presses forward, never looking back, charging resolutely toward the next death. The loop. The reluctant reversion gears, like the most precise instruments, seal the final fissure.
Wait, hold on. The predetermined end cannot be changed. Yet some regrets may still be redeemed, right? All I need is a little more time.
The dreamscape suddenly solidifies at a certain point, a dull pain slowly wailing through the brain. The people imprisoned at the bottom of the cauldron pry open all the shelves storing copied consciousness. So I can't make it back, bring a message to Borrelia for me. Tell her to delete all my embarrassing videos. No, actually, just say hello to her and wash it for me. I've seen enough of your face. Don't bother looking at me. That's what I'll say.
You could tell them yourself. Wait.
The brain churns like a mud. The tongue freezes and subtle burns a path down the throat as it slowly lets out an unshakable hint.
Or maybe we should leave something behind?
Something like a keepsake. Something we could look back on together when we have some downtime after we're out of here. That might be nice. Of course. The group doesn't bat an eye before making their call. The gear slams shut with a thunderous finality. Drifting in the dreamscape, drenched in tears and sorrow, time spins through the countless cycles of reincarnation. Oh, April 16th. It's been 16 days since you vanished. The human wakes up naked in an old, filthy underground lab. After riding out another crisis involving the Forsaken, Grey Raven finally gets their Commandant back. Memory and personality all there. Aside from a few minor scrapes here and there, and a gap in memory from April 1st to April 16th, the Commandant seems perfectly normal. But after the thorough examination, when the small package Lamia hands over finally reaches human's hands, those blank memories take on a new meaning. Shortheart's name tag is wrapped in a rough strip of fabric that, judging by the material, most likely came from the Grey Raven Commandant's missing coat. A crowd gathers around the fabric strip, with the Grey Raven Commandant and Aurelia among them, all gazing intently. Oh shit! The whole squad! It's almost as if Shortheart himself knew how many lives his usual thoughtfulness touched. Aurelia, Yada, Shiva, Zion, Wan Shi. The list goes on. So Discord is not in this group yet. Interesting. And it's cool that we actually get to see her actual face now. Turns out, he'd been handing out candy to so many people, their paths crossing long before they ever realized. The fabric strip itself has several lines of text, a bit blurry from being soaked in the seawater. The first few lines are short and sweet, not like a last will and a testament, but more like a quick note left on the dining table before heading out. Medic-bot maintenance is done next week. Don't forget to pick it up. Damn, next week? Probably ancient history by now. I almost forgot. That video of me drunkenly hugging the medic-bot is probably viral, isn't it? Well, that being the case, there's not much I can else to say. The scars are a pain in the neck, but working with that hot-headed lunatic somehow makes sense. Two wrongs make a right, eh? Keep up with your frame maintenance. Don't slack on mission reports. And before missions, try to keep Shiva from running her mouth. Remember to pick a new captain. That is important. These what's for breakfast style reminders quickly trail off, and perhaps as the writer's feelings get more complicated, the tone subtly shifts into what comes next. My limbs are gone. I'm not sure if they're using them as bait, but don't fall for any traps. Speaking of which, my body has been copied so many times. Even though the actual one calling the shots right now is truly me, I can't shake the feeling that somewhere far off, another me is still on this difficult journey, making their own choices. If you ever run into another one of me, you've got my blessing to call the shots on whether to stay or go, live or die. If I've messed up or done something out of line, don't even think twice. Putting a bullet in me is the best way to handle it. Aurelia, I'm sick of sight of you, but don't be in a hurry to check me down. Aurelia doesn't say a word. She tosses the cloth strip into the table and walks away. Wan Shi picks up the cloth strip and keeps reading. Wan Shi, you and Paleo knocked it out of the park. You didn't just make a single mistake. I just hope we run-of-the-mill adults haven't let you down too badly. My bad. There's something off with your mother's records, and Palo's death also seems pretty fishy. You want to go digging for answers? Then go right ahead. Sion's mind disruption hasn't helped. He's got some emotional baggage. If you hear about any new treatments, I hope you'll try them whenever you can. It'd be great if you can keep an eye on Thompson's son. After Thompson passed, I looked into it. His son seems to have already joined the engineering force. I'm pretty fond of your Strike Hawk team. At least the captain seems like a good egg. And that dark, quiet one is pretty cool too. Stick with Conway and make the most of your time with Strike Hawk. The Grey Raven Commandant is also top notch. This one right here beside me now, even dishing out tips in my Rhino style from time to time. If you get the chance down the road, they're definitely worth getting to know better. There are just too many old friends worth saying goodbye to, and I can't get to each one individually. So I've only brought up a few who really need the most looking after. Finally, also,
A bunch of lines are hazardly scribbled out with messy black marks.
I'll stop there so I don't ramble on like an old mother hen. Hey, who knows? Maybe the Grey Raven Commandant's right. We'll actually make it out of here. In that case, I'm definitely not letting you see this message. Short Hope.
Oh man, what a real one. What a real one, bro. Short Hawk gone but never forgotten. Alright, here we go. We got Raging Tide, Eon Reforged, and Polaris Bond. You're caught in the deep dream. In this dream, you're running nonstop as if you're fleeing something and chasing something else all at once. Your footsteps echo down endless corridors as an inverted hourglass slowly brings your blurry memories back into focus. There's a metallic ting of blood mixed with vital fluids, the inky black seawater, people struck at the bottom of an abyss, endlessly relieving cycles of despair until that one whale song. The blank memory suddenly burst with the colors of the ocean depths. You faintly catch the sound of a woman's soft sigh. Cold sweat has unexpectedly drenched your forehead as the thunderous roar of the transport aircraft pulls you awake from the deep sleep. Their strange, fantastical memories are like bubbles decorating the night sky. Once they're awake, they just gradually disappear. Commandant, we're almost back at Babylonia.
Okay.
Are you alright, Commandant? Noticing your discomfort, the three ever-vigilant team members immediately gather around you. I'm fine, guys! Vital signs are normal. Could there be a glitch with your mind beacon? Or perhaps it's the environment. Is there something off with your transport aircraft? Or something off with the transport aircraft? Lee stands up, eagle-eyed, checking the instrument readings on the transport aircraft.
No. I just had a bad dream.
That could be mind beacon glitch. Once we're back in Babylonia, we'll swing by Store of Life.
No. Seriously. It's nothing but a bad dream.
That's exactly what you said right before the Deja Vu episode started, Commandant. Lucia gives you a disapproving look. Okay, I'm fine, god damn it. I'm good, I promise y'all. I ain't gonna be worrying like y'all like that. Come on. I've already booked an appointment at the Star of Life. Come on, what the hell? We can head straight there as soon as the spoon would depart from the transfer. What the...
Alright. Fine. I'll head to the Star of Life. Even though I'm not sure they won't find a thing.
As the transport glides through the sky, you find yourself unable to even peek at your work terminal with your three companions watching your every move. Come on, what the fuck? I'm good!
Well then, at least let me check in on the Forsaken situation. The negotiation record with Oasis.
Liv, who's been guarding the work terminal, tries to keep a straight face, but eventually gives in under your pleading gaze. Fine, but you're not allowed to work for too long. Got it?
Yes, I understand.
Opening the terminal, you see that Lee has already neatly laid out all the information from the negotiations. 3 days after you got back from the ground, an invitation from the diplomatic court lands in your lap. Join negotiations with the Forsaken in the central buffer zone. These talks wrap up successfully, no surprise there.
with Watanabe holding the launch codes for the 7,295 missiles orbiting above Babylonia. Orbiting above Babylonia. They simply can't afford to keep fighting them. Facing that kind of firepower is a death wish. Yeah. What's more, the Forsaken have managed to bring several Golden Age factories back online, giving them plenty of resources to settle down instead of just drifting through the wasteland. I was gonna say, they can now finally start building. Now formally recognized as Oasis, the Forsaken cut trade deals with Babylonia. Babylonia agrees to help Oasis upgrade the cores of the purification filters in their territory. And in return, Oasis supplies Babylonia with resources it can't produce itself. After this initial agreement, you have been playing the part of the mediator, can head back to Babylonia, leaving the diplomatic court to iron out the finer points in additional treaties. However, you can't help but furrow your brow at the name Cradle highlighted on the red in your terminal. The story's almost over. I'm just a reader here. But if you could, I'd love for you to call me Cradle. Hello, Poppin' P. The girl in the green robe suddenly lifts her dress and gives a graceful courtesy.
Cradle.
Every time you deal with this green robed girl from the Red Tide, you feel like something's not quite right about her, but it never really pushes you to the point of outright alarm. I'm here to pick up what's been thrown away.
Are you in control of the dead zone?
Control? It isn't quite the right word for it. But please forgive me, I just don't have the words to accurately describe my connection to this land yet. A connection to this land. Could her very existence be tied to that tower that still hasn't come down? There's no way to tell. You firmly circle the name Cradle in red, then shift your gaze to another message that's been sitting in your inbox. Apparently, after learning that Babylonia started large-scale renovations for their purification for the cores, Cao Long extended an invitation there, hoping to team up with Babylonia to build a maritime defense line against the punishing virus.
Building a maritime defense together with Babylonia.
Hearing your question, Lee looks around, looking alert. Didn't we agree you'd only look at negotiation-related documents? Hold on! Come on! I gotta look!
They've been piling up for quite a while.
Lee shakes his head, then pulls up some supplementary materials from the terminal. He did not. He moved with efficiency. He moved with efficiency. Whips around. He moved with efficiency. He ain't wasting no time. Conservation areas along the coast are reporting of disturbing trend. Large number of head creatures are now gathering in the surrounding waters. This could be lingering effect of the red tide that swept through the sea, or perhaps the punishing virus has been quietly gaining strength through the ocean floor all this time. Regardless, if these hetero creatures manage to make landfall, they'll wreak havoc on coastal regions. The situation is made worse by the fact that the defense line wall has never been fully repaired since the Battle of Kowloon. On top of that, resources are stretched incredibly thin due to the influx of Kowloon residents who evacuated from the Niter, given that Babylonia scooped up purification for the land. Being a workaholic, being a workaholic as always. We gotta be. I mean, there's no rest for us. It's another day in the office for us. We may be beaten down. We may be walking. We may be limp. Maybe fucking having people concerned on us, watching us 24/7. But you know what? We still gotta work. Sifting through the terminal inbox, your eyes land on the world government aid to Kowloon pretty quickly.
Did Parliament pass their proposal?
It was a close call, but the proposal scraped by with a 67.5% backing. Here's the kicker, though. Transport crowd's roar dies down as it steadily descends. Asimov actually asked Gasol to weigh in on the proposal during the meeting, and Gasol's verdict was 100%.
100%?
Ever since it was set, Gasol has almost never given a proposal its full blessing. What on earth could that mean? Before you can chew on that thought any longer, Liv comes back after stashing the supplies and grabs your arm. We've landed, Commandant. Yep, I've got a ride waiting. Let's head straight to the Star of Life. What? Hold on! What the fuck? We actually... Without another word, the three of them usher you into the vehicle bound for Star of Life. I've got my season tickets for the Star of Life, so you know it's I'm just gonna go in there.
I feel like
Your unspoken resistance just melts away under the gaze of the three figures in front of you.
This ride actually looks pretty sweet.
Inside, the terminal blurs the latest news from Babylonia. Babylonia just struck a deal with Kowloon, the agreement of series of clauses. Babylonia will be helping Kowloon beef up Kowloon City light walls, defenses, and pitching in to build up the defense system, among other things. While the light wall defenses get their upgrade, Kowloon residents can move to the nearby conservation areas under Babylonia's control. Heads up, Kowloon City residents, listen up. Scattered glass and debris litter the ground, glinting with the harsh sunlight. Residents clearly bolted, accidentally breaking things from their scrambles to get out. Chaotic footprints lead to the courtyard right into the street. And it's not just here. The whole southern district, Hexabridge Port, is completely deserted. Every single home abandoned. Terminals fix the street posts and courtyards walls crackle with Puwal's announcements. Their broadcast barely audible through the static. Just 3 hours ago, a massive wave of punishing creatures swarmed out of the sea, launching a brutal attack on the satellite district surrounding the port. Good news on one front. We've ironed out the agreement with the world government of the Babylonia. Every single Kowloon resident can now head to the safe zones under Babylonia's wing for temporary shelter. Right now, the Puwal crew is neck deep in the fight against the Hero creatures. Meanwhile, the Chafong crew is teaming up with the other Kowloon members still here to manage the broadcasting and evacuation efforts. The terminal keeps blaring, but out here in the residential areas, it's dead quiet. The only sound of the church is shattered glass underfoot, reflecting the sun like cold, unblinking eyes. Heads up, Kowloon City residents, listen up. Explosions rip through the air, thunderous roars echoing, the sounds of blood and screams fill the Kowloon crew headquarters at the Niter. It's pure chaos.
These ghetto creatures, they're working together with uncanny precision, almost like someone's pulling their strings and even outright controlling them.
I'm going to get straight to the point. Our top priority is to get the light wall of the Kowloon metropolis back online. Attention, residents of City Kowloon, please pay attention. The light wall of Kowloon metropolis has been being reactivated to push back the red tide and the Hero creatures, but there's a snag. Huashu is currently under the unknown attack, so it can't bring the full computing power to bear the pinpoint targets for the light wall defenses. The light wall reactivation protocol kicks off in 30 minutes. All sectors, listen up. Get out now. I repeat, evacuate immediately. Industrial Center main control room in southern Hexabridge Port, 10 minutes before the light wall reactivation. Kowloon crew headquarters crunch the numbers. The Puwal crew's ground defenses are pulling back to the north port in less than 5 minutes. When they do, the punishing red tide will completely swallow the southern port industrial zone. The last transport vehicle just cleared out, taking all the mobile supplies and a hefty 77.5 kilograms of cryogenic titanium fuel spares with it. Still, it's left a tiny bit behind. 0.75 kilograms to be exact. 20.47. Pressurize the target chamber. Ignition at 2050. Any objections? 14 workers stand, stifling control room, completely silent. A cigarette, its ember glowing red, makes its way around hand in hand until it's just a stud. The green situation stabilized, light never comes on. Xian Kui flickers the dead cigarette away, but the testers of the workers at the council to clear out. This isn't on you. He brushes the dust from his hands, grins, and hits the red button. Nearby, the funnel-shaped reactor lets out an ear-splitting shriek. You've got to protect the factory no matter what. You now have the green light to take out all the facilities by overloading the reactor and blowing up the industrial zone if you have to. Never let the corrupted Hero creatures get their hands on this piece. Don't back down. I repeat, do not back down. Never give up. Never surrender. When the light wall hits, will it hurt? No, it won't. I asked Fu Shui. It's gonna be scorching hot. We won't feel a thing. Good. That's good. Oh, that's the grandpa's right. In the streets, the last remaining crowds huddle together, scrambling towards their last-ditch hope in the valley. Citizens of the Kowloon City, the light wall plan has managed to slow down the Hero creatures and the red tide, but the Hero creatures are still pushing forward. Any Kowloon residents who ever made it to the safe zone set need to head to the underground ring right away. Please take shelter inside Tabula Akasha right now. I repeat, find shelter in Tabula Akasha immediately. From high up in the Tabula Akasha, Chu, ruler of Kowloon, looks down at the Kowloon citizens in the center area below.
Huashu, what's the situation? Roughly 285 people still haven't evacuated. Everyone else has moved to the compartment under Tabula Kasha's inner ring. We have 16 minutes and 32 seconds until the Hetero creatures break through the Tabula Kasha's physical layer. Firewall penetration expected in 1 hour and 25 minutes. Get ready to open the central server room. Where's Duhong? Duhong is in the compartment under the Tabula Akasha's inner ring. Alright. It's the last chess piece she has, and she's making sure it plays out just right. Warning! Hetero creatures are busting through Tabula Akasha's physical layer from the lower dorms northeast. Is Babylonia behind this? Chu stares northeast, watching endless waves of Hetero creatures throw themselves against the dome. The only viable in this whole chess game, the Grey Raven Commandant has his own responsibility Chu put on their shoulders. The underground ancient city, once deserted, is now splattered with blood and gunpowder smoke. Different explosions boom from the northeast. Warning, Tabula Akasha final protective barrier is breached. So, this is it. The dark green-haired woman faces grim and her glaive silently appears in her hand. She'll pull out all the stops to protect Kowloon and the Tabula Akasha from the punishing virus tide, Huashu predicted. She won't stop at anything. Like a peacock driving through the air, her glaive curves a path of rigor cold light as she strikes down the corrupted who've broken through the Tabula Akasha's physical layer. As the Hetero creature invasion pushes forward, Tabula Akasha's central control room becomes a refuge with more and more people pouring in. The air hangs heavy with the metallic tang of vital fluid, and Kowloon residents are packed together, fear etched on their faces. A small pocket of space amidst the terrified masses, Kowloon's ruler is locked in a furious exchange with someone.
Who's that?
It's Chin. Chin's older brother. He was banished from Kowloon by Chu himself after trying to stir up a rebellion. He's probably trying to leverage the crisis to get back into Kowloon, but this time it could be worse. Mainly former Night residents in Kowloon have already fed up with Chu, but the time like this. A frown is creasing in his brow as Chao pulls through the crowd toward Chu.
Why would Chu be clashing with him right now?
A strange image flickers in your mind and disappears. Only Chu's voice cuts through the din of the crowd. I won't justify my actions, nor will I seek forgiveness. Do what you must do. It doesn't sound like he's challenging Yen at all. Instead, it sounds more like he's giving an order. An assassin lurking in the crowd pulls the trigger.
Oh, it wasn't me! What's going on?
A small, fair woman emerges from the crowd. She's covered in dust and dried blood, her eyes full of exhaustion and pain. She looks like so many of the other Kowloon people who've made it through this hellish nightmare, but right now, everyone's eyes are glued to the still smoking dark barrel of the gun in her hand. It's a military-grade anti-construct pistol from the world government, fitted with the special 9.33mm bullets designed to incapacitate them. You can't get your hands on one without special order from either Parliament or the Purifying Force. Some people just happen to have a connection for those special orders. It's all over now. It's all over now. In just 10 minutes, 2 bombshells drop back to back. The ruler of Kowloon shot down, and the guy here from Babylonia. Petty Kowloon citizens slowly gather in the room deep inside the central server chamber. To make matters worse, the Hetero creatures are about to breach the physical layer of Tabula Akasha. One thing's for sure, Chu must have planned for this exact scenario, but with the chess player off the board, how does this endgame even play out? Duhuan carries Chu on his back, into a small conscious chamber, uploading chamber. After touching base with Lucia and Lee, you mull over your predicament.
Who's there?
The mind beacon is forcibly invaded, as if a whisper echoes from your every consciousness.
Huashu?
As a variable, you must shoulder the duties of a variable. Chu chose to trust you. Therefore we will do everything we can to help you. Until Huashu's firewall collapses, there's now. In the main hall, everyone is locked in a desperate fight against the surging Hetero creatures. Chafang raises his weapon, rallying the remaining Kowloon warriors to form a defensive line at the central server room's entrance. The Hetero creatures flowed like a tidal wave into the Tabula Akasha's physical lair. Grey Raven and Strike Hawk rushed back to provide the emergency support.
crowding, wailing, gunfire, and screams. Everything unfolds like a scene on repeat. Words materialize before your eyes and slowly fade, only leaving whispers echoing in your mind. Hi, we am just Data. Heaven between life and death. My time is running out. Washu, Tabula Akasha's time is running out. Do what you must, Chief. Oh, wow, you gotta make us fight again? What time is it? Can't believe the original chapter is 11 hours. It's 11 hours? Oh, God, that's a long time. Yeah, 11 hours. And we just fucking gotta go over it in fucking 2 episodes. Technically, it's gonna be 2 episodes, but that's fucking wild. Okay, where are we at? How far are we on the story? Okay, we're officially halfway. I think I'm gonna wait for the rest. I think I'm gonna wait for the rest of this. I think I'll finish this. I'll finish this chapter on Saturday. Because I still gotta get ready for the day. So, what is it? 8:40? Yeah. So we got 20 minutes. Let's see. Yeah. Well, we'll save the rest of this chapter for Saturday morning. Like I said. Holiday weekend for me, and I gotta be able to do some stuff. But we're gonna see if I can spook Liv. Nope, didn't do it. Didn't happen. Bloody hell. Yeah. But we're gonna wait to do that chat. We're gonna wait to finish the chapter until Oh, I can't even pull my talking screen up. There we go. Yeah, we're gonna wait to do the rest of the chapter till Saturday morning. It's gonna be searching that way. That way it all lines up the way it should, for me at least. Because if it's gonna take 3 hours, almost 3 hours for complete half of it, it'll probably take one full stream to complete the rest of it. So that's what we're gonna do. For that. But yeah, and I think it's a good spot for us to be at right now. Since, before big battle, and then moving on with whatever the hell is happening in that chapter right now. So I think it's a good stopping point. Kind of like I said, right before the battle and then moving on to things. So yeah, I'm still in the prep phase for the script for the next short film right now. I'm hoping to start getting into the production this weekend. If I can get it out this weekend, that'll be ideal. I don't know if I'll be able to, because like I said, it's gonna be a busy weekend for me. Family reunion, that's gonna take a lot of time. And then let's see what else. Yeah, I'm not gonna talk about that one. Yeah. So that's what. Yeah. So this is the script. The script should be done tonight. It's either tonight, tomorrow, and I should hopefully be in the production this weekend. We're gonna see, and we'll finish the chapter on Saturday. If we finish it early enough, we'll start Discord's floating record. And then from there, we just kind of continue moving forward. So we're on a really good pace right now. We're on a really, really steady pace to be caught up with everything this week. Not this weekend. Caught up with everything before winter. We're right there to get caught up on everything on winter. That's the ideal. Because after this chapter, we just got Discord's floating record, Veronica's floating record, and then Liv's main story. I don't know if that starts a new arc or not, but yeah, we're like right there. So. Ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna do it for today. Take your time. Like I said, I'm taking my time with it. I'm just kind of taking it one stream at a time. I'm in absolutely no rush to get it done, whatsoever. Because, like I said, after we do this chapter, we got to do Ishmael's affection story and then her wedding story. So, like I said, I'm in no rush to get it done. I would just like to ideally get me caught up by winter at the start of it. That would be ideal. If not the end of the world. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna do it. I hope you all have a good Thursday. Feels nice coming back to stream in the mornings. So it's always nice having you guys here. Thank you all for being here. I do not take your time for granted at all because time is the most precious thing we have in the world. And the fact that you guys chose to watch it today and use it to watch me, I do not take that for granted. So, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who celebrate Thanksgiving, have a good holiday. Enjoy the feast, enjoy the food, enjoy the time spending with the people you care for. And for everyone else, same thing. I hope you guys enjoy your day, enjoy your time spending with the people you care for. And I will see you all Saturday morning, 6 a.m., where we will be continuing on with chapter 36. I can't wait. Until then, I'll see you around. I'm out. Peace.